And also on the racetrack, the 5-time World of Outlaws champion from Grass Valley, California. It's the Casey Kane Ratio, Mike Curb, Napa Auto Parts, Brumo's Collection, Maximum Racewheels number 49. It's the Big Cat, Brad Sweet. Brad Sweet in car number 49. Also on the racetrack, rolling down the front straightaway from Liverpool, Pennsylvania, the Mountain View Trammell, Village Square Plaza, High-Tech Metals, Smith Titanium, number 11, it's TJ Stutz. TJ Stutz in car number 11. Coming across the flag stand now, one of our full-time high rollers from Lebanon, Indiana. It's the True Timber Camo, nice Crete and Landis block. GRC Transportation, High Performance Lubricants, PhilPools.com, number 5, Spencer Baston. Spencer Baston in car number 5. And behind him, rolling into turn number 1 as well from Canton, Illinois, it's the NOS Energy Drink Zip-Ons, Logan Contractor Supply, Elliott's Custom Trailers, TK Concrete number 55, Chris Wyndham. Chris Wyndham in the 55. Final car on the racetrack is from Sunbury, PA. It's the Sterling Lubricants, Paul Reno Snap-On, Randy's Racing Filters, Alpine Racing number 10 of Mark Smith. Mark Smith in the 10. Green flag is out on the first dirt draft hot lap session of the night. Lap times coming across now. Brad Sweet fastest at 11.698. Tyler Ross in second, 11.758. Chris Wyndham, now Spencer Baston into the third spot. Wyndham goes to the top, 11.593. And Sweet takes it right back on 11.480. Checkered flag comes out. Fastest driver overall in Dirt Draft Hot Lap Session number 1 is the number 49 of Brad Sweet. 11.480. 11.480. Second quickest right now is Chris Wyndham in the 55 at 11.593. Tyler Ross in third and 5R at 11.724. Then it's the number 5 of Spencer Baston in fourth, 11.754. And TJ Stutz in fifth in car number 11 at 11.896. More cars rolling onto the back straightaway now, ready for their Dirt Draft Hot Lap session. They're led out by the driver at Elite Sport, Pennsylvania. It's the Specialty Rigging, Red Robin, Mid-Atlantic Machinery, Worms Hardscaping, number 10X. It's Reese Nowatarski. Reese Nowatarski in the 10X. Also on the back straightaway from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, it's the Sitgard Engine Oil, Hample Oil, Mystic Lubricants, Western Flyer Express, Deathbridge Optical, number 5T, Ryan Timms. Ryan Timms in car number 5T. And now making his way into turns 3 and 4 from Myerstown, Pennsylvania. It's the M&M Painting and Construction, McGrewBid.com. Baps Paint, Livewire Customs number 19. It's Brent Marks. Brent Marks in car number 19. In the center of turns 3 and 4 now from Mertztown, Pennsylvania, it's the Vital Options Medical Marijuana, Harrisburg Budget Long-Term Rentals, Ryan Taylor Graphics, CP Carrillo number 20. It's Ryan Taylor. Ryan Taylor in car number 20. Making his way into turn number 1 now from Kokomo, Indiana. The Chalk Sticks Tours and Bars Town Line Variety. Indy Race Parts High Performance Lubricants number 9P. It's 26-year-old Parker Price Miller. Parker Price Miller in the 9P. And the winner of the Bob Weicker Memorial on Sunday night for $75,000 from Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. The Derek Snyder Self-Made Racing, Weichert's Livestock, RV 4-Wheel Drive, York Excavating number 48, Double D, Danny Dietrich. Danny Dietrich in the 48. Final car in this session making his High Limit Racing debut from Allentown, PA. It's the E. Schneider & Sons Boulevard Truck Repair, Apache Transport Concrete Cutting Systems, VP Racing Lubricants, number 39. It's Briggs Danner. Briggs Danner in car number 39. Green flag is out onto the second Dirt Draft Hot Lap session of the night. Brent Marks jumping into the second spot on the time trial sheet here at 11.521. Behind him, Ryan Timms in fifth at 11.734. Parker Price Miller behind him at 11.746. Marks goes better, still second now at 11.484. Checkered flag comes out. The fastest in that group and second overall, driving car number 19, it is Brent Marks, 11.484 seconds. Behind him, Ryan Taylor was fourth quick in that group in car number 20. In fifth was the 5T of Ryan Timms. Sixth was the 9P of Parker Price Miller. Ninth, the 48 of Danny Dietrich. And 10th, the 39 of Briggs Danner. Fastest driver overall still here in Dirt Draft Hot Laps, the 49 of Brad Sweet, 11.480. Rolling onto the racetrack next on the back straightaway from Visalia, California. This is the Commercial Edge, Rasmussen Service Center, Elliott's Custom Trailers, Fulkins Brothers Trucking, Bargain Barn, number 8. It's Corey Eliason. Corey Eliason in car number 8. Also on the Speedway, making his Highland Racing debut tonight from Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. The Super F Series Spares, Mark's gone. Wills Auto, JG Bratting, HVAC, Jackson Raps, Slade Shocks, number V60. It's Jordan Charge. Jordan Charge in car number V60. Also making his Highland Racing debut tonight from Birdsboro, PA. It's the Bollinger Septic Service, Livingstone Lawn Care, Smith Titanium number 19B. It's Aaron Bollinger. Aaron Bollinger in the 19B. Behind him, rolling down the front straightaway from Lemoore, California, it's the Honest Abe Roofing, Metal Supply Depot, FK Shocks, number 16T, Cole Macedo. Cole Macedo in the 16T. And also making his Highland Racing debut tonight from Hanover, Pennsylvania, the Your Hometown Agents, Next Level Signs and Graphics, Diversified Cuts, Capital Renegade, Wolf Plumbing, number 67. It's JJ Loss. JJ Loss in the 67. And rolling by him into turn number 2 now at a Hanover, PA, it's the Pell's Tire Service, RF Knox Company, the Auto Barn, number 1A, Jacob Allen. Jacob Allen in the 1A. Final car in this session from Alice Springs, Northern Territory, Australia. The Mobile One, Toyota Racing Development, Roth Enterprises, HR Livestock Transportation, number 83, James McFadden. James McFadden in car number 83. Green flag is out on the third Dirt Draft Hot Lap session of the night. Cole Macedo, 9th quickest in this group so far in the 16T. Now Corey Eliason goes by him into the 9th position at 11.754. Cole Macedo up to 8th now at 11.746. Eliason goes by him, 11.740, back into that 8th position as the checkered flag comes out. And jumping up to 4th quickest now in the 16T, Cole Macedo. So Cole Macedo, the fastest in that group, and 4th overall at 11.665. 11.665. Brad Sweet still fastest, 11.480. Then Brent Marks, Chris Windham, Cole Macedo, and Ryan Taylor. Next group rolls onto the racetrack. They are led out by the driver out of Salfordville, PA. The Transeast Equipment, Pioneer Pole Buildings, Ken's Tire, number 51. It's Freddie Raymer. Freddie Raymer in car number 51. And pushing off behind him from Apollo, Pennsylvania, the Mercedes Motorsports, Ducati of Pittsburgh, Diesel Property Management, Mav Motorsports, number 42, Cy Lynch. Cy Lynch in the 42. Getting fired off now on the back straightaway from Clovis, California. It's the Driven to Save Lives, Sander Engineering, Four Seas Construction, Autry Plumbing, SinCal number 14 BC. It's Corey Day. Corey Day in the 14 BC. And from Elverson, Pennsylvania, the Charpak, Cole, Moose Meadows, Cozy Clothes, Tensor Aviation, Studio 895, number 35. That's Austin Bishop. Austin Bishop in the 35. From Lubbock, Texas, driving the High Plains Building Division, Carbon Safety Technology, Lubbock Wrecker, 5 Nights Truck Accessories, ShopTruckParts.com, number 1, it's Brenham Crouch. Brenham Crouch in car number 1. And behind him, he is the DJ of the night, one of our full-time midweek money series contenders. From Terre Haute, Indiana, the Honest Abe Roofing, Metal Supply Depot, number 16 TH, it's Kevin Newton. Kevin Newton in the 16 TH. And the final driver in this session makes his way down the front straightaway, making his Highland Racing debut. From Newtown, Pennsylvania, the Thompson Motor Service, IGA Middleburg, Pat Pletcher, CPA Fire and Safety Services, 410 Enterprises, number 11T, it's Mikey Thompson. Mikey Thompson in the 11T. Race fans, Dirt Draft will be the presenting sponsor of Hot Laps for every high limit racing event in 2024. The Dirt Draft app allows you to play against hundreds of dirt racing fans across the country. Simply select 5 drivers each night while staying under a $100,000 salary cap and accumulate points in the process. Use those points in the speed shop to buy all kinds of things. Download the Dirt Draft app today or visit dirtdraft.com for more information. Green flag on session number 4. Cy Lynch up to 6th quick in car number 42, 11.693. He is the best so far out of this bunch. The next fastest right now is Corey Day. He is back in the 14th position at 11.804. He's now passed by Jacob Allen and Brenham Crouch. Allen is 12th, Crouch is 13th. As the checkered flag comes out, so the fastest driver in that session, and 6th overall, the 42 is Cy Lynch, 11.693. Brad Sweet still fastest, 11.480. Brent Marks, 11.484. Chris Windham, 11.593. Cole Bacino, 11.665. And Ryan Taylor, 11.673. Cy Lynch, Ryan Timms, Parker Price Miller, Tyler Ross, and Corey Elias in the top 10. Rolling onto the racetrack now out of Enumclaw, Washington. This is the Casey Kane race to Mike Kerr, Brumo's Collection, Factory Kane Shocks, Kane screen print number 9. It's Casey Kane. Casey Kane in car number 9. And lining up to his inside from Minden, Nevada, now living in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. The Smith Titanium Factory Kane, Max Moraso, Mississippi Valley Transportation, Hollow Vodka, Rod Gross Motorsports number 88. It's Tanner Thorson. Tanner Thorson in car number 88. Behind them, from Hanover, Pennsylvania, it's the SCC Trucking, philpools.com, Polk Brothers Racing, Dynatech Controls number 17. It's 20-year-old Dylan Norris. Dylan Norris in car number 17. Another one of our full-time high rollers making his way off of turn number 4 now. From Monrovia, Indiana, the Avanti Windows and Doors, Big Spring Car Wash, Water Treatment by Design, Gin Moore Florist number 13. It's Justin Peck. Justin Peck in car number 13. Rolling off of turn number 4 now from Mechanicsburg, PA, the Hollinger Allebach Racing, Old Wamaki, Orange Crate Brewing, Beer Hill Gang number 5W. It's Lucas Wolf. Lucas Wolf in the 5W. And also rolling into turn number 1 now from Douglasville, PA, the Redota Trucking and Excavating, the Bagel Rack, TSL Shocks number 20B of Timmy Buckwalter. Tim Buckwalter in the 20B. Final car in this session from Angola, Indiana, Sunderland Restoration, Ford Performance, Sage Fruit Race Routine Foundation, Routine Management number 26, Zeb Wise. Zeb Wise in car number 26. Those are the drivers in the 5th Dirt Draft Hot Lap session. We will go green now. Fastest so far is Zeb Wise, 22nd quickest overall at 11.898. He's followed right there behind him, the 20B of Tim Buckwalter. And now Buckwalter goes by Wise into the 21st position at 11.896. Casey Kane now 16th quick at 11.819, 11.819. As the checkered is out, yellow lights are on. Fastest overall in that group, driving car number 9, is Casey Kane, 11.819. Kane was 16th overall. Brad Sweet, Brent Marks, Chris Windham, Cole Macedo, Ryan Taylor still in the top 5. Final group of cars making their way on the racetrack here for Dirt Draft Hot Laps, led out by last year's feature winner with Kubota High Limit Racing here at Grandview. From St. Helena, California, the Rico Abreu, Kerbag Ajanian Racing, El Bandito, Yankee Tequila, Mississippi Valley Transportation, Richmar Florist, Lucas Oil Products number 24, Rico Abreu. Rico Abreu in car number 24. And lining up next to him, he is the current points leader with Kubota High Limit Racing from Indianapolis, Indiana. The NOS Energy Drink, Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, Spire Motorsports number 7 BC of Sunshine, Tyler Courtney. Tyler Courtney in the 7 BC. And lining up behind them, getting pushed off now from Sunshine Coast, Queensland, Australia, the new Trend Homes, Napa Auto Parts of Gettysburg, Silk Plumbing, Edgeweb Design number 66. It's Ryan Newton. Ryan Newton in the 66. One of our midweek money series contenders rolls into turn number 3 now from Bellevue, Ohio. It's the Blue Emu Bikini Zone Shave Gel, Amalie Oil, Tub of Towels, Ohio Logistics number 2 MD of Cap Henry. Cap Henry in the 2 MD. And behind him, from Dillsburg, Pennsylvania, the JNS Classics Valley Supply, C&D Rigging, Class 1 Transportation, DMS Trash, number 39M. It's Anthony Macri. Anthony Macri in the 39M. Also on the racetrack, from Neptune City, New Jersey, the Capital Custom Trailers and Coaches, Coors Banquet Beer, Easy Go, number 91, it's Kyle Reinhardt. Kyle Reinhardt in the 91. Final car in this session comes to us out of St. Mary's, New South Wales, Australia. The 87 Speed, Sterling Lubricants, Paul Wino, Snap-On, Randy's Racing Filters, Al Parker Engines, number 10B, the Madman, Kerry Madsen. Kerry Madsen in the 10B. Green flag set to come out here in Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 6. Fastest in this group, it looks to be Anthony Macri at 16th quickest overall, 11.816. 11816, 16th overall for Macri. Rico Abreu is 28th quickest. Everybody else beyond that, so Anthony Macri fastest in the final group of Dirt Draft Hot Laps at 11.816. He is 16th overall. Brad Sweet, the quickest overall tonight in Dirt Draft Hot Laps at 11.480 seconds. Brent Marks in 19 at 11.484. Chris Windham in 55 at 11.593. Cole Macedo in 16T, 11.665. And Ryan Taylor in 20 at 11.673. That's the top 5. Cy Lynch, Ryan Timms, Parker Price Miller, Tyler Ross, and Corey Eliason, the top 10. Race fans, next up will be Capital Custom Trailer Qualifying. They are the #1 Renegade Totorhome dealer and the #1 Intech trailer dealer. No one sells more Totorhomes or Intech trailers than Capital Renegade Custom Trailers and Coaches. If you're in the market for a Totorhome or a trailer, trust the people that are there in the pits with you and that support the sport. Check out their complete lineup at www.capitalrenegade.com. The track record here as we get into qualifying, once again set by Aaron Reitzel back on August 23rd of 2018. It's an 11.243. We will have one car on the track at once. They go for 2 laps. The fastest lap for that driver will line them up for their heat race later on tonight. We will have 2 different flights of qualifying, Flight A and Flight B. 21 drivers in each, and those drivers, those 21 from Flight A and the 21 from Flight B, they will be pitted against each other during their heat races later on this evening. So a driver that's in Flight A cannot be in the same heat race as a driver in Flight B. And in those heat races later on, we'll take the top 5 finishers to the feature. 2 of them will go to the dash as we get very close to getting underway with Capital Custom Trailer Qualifying. Want to say a big welcome to the Keystone Quarter Midget Club. The drivers, those kids, were down in the pit area earlier on this afternoon talking to a couple of Quarter Midget graduates, that being Zeb Wise and Tyler Courtney. Those kids able to hop behind the wheel of their sprint cars down in the pit area, Tony.
Yeah, that was really cool. I got a chance to walk around with them and take them over to the 26 of Zeb Wise and the 7BC of Tyler Courtney. And I don't remember if you just mentioned it or not, but they also got to visit with a friend and former member of the Keystone State Quarter Midget Racing Club, and that was Briggs Danner. Briggs grew up racing in that very same Quarter Midget Club. They had a lot of fun talking to those drivers. One of them even asked Tyler Courtney for a one-day contract so he could drive Tyler's car tonight.
And that kid is smart right there. I wonder if he made any deals. As we go green here on Capital Custom Trailer Qualifying. First driver onto the racetrack from Canton, Illinois. It's the NOS Energy Drink Zip-On, Slogan Contractor Supply, Elliot's Custom Trailers, TK Concrete. Number 55, Chris Windham. Chris Windham in the 55. Lap 1 for Windham is a 12.082. 12082. Windham, a 2-time USAC midget winner here at the Grandview Speedway. Finished 20th in the main event Sunday night at the Port Royal Speedway. Lap 2 for Windham is better. It's a 12.007. 12007. Next onto the racetrack from Monrovia, Indiana, the Avanti Windows and Doors, Big Spring Car Wash, Water Treatment by Design, Jim Moore Florist, number 13. It is Justin Peck. Justin Peck in car number 13. Oh, sorry, that is not Justin Peck. That is number 11 car TJ Stutz. My bad. Liverpool, Pennsylvania, Mountain View Travel, Village Square Plaza, High-Tech Metal Smith Titanium, number 11 car TJ Stutz. Stutz is to the top on lap 1, 11.851, 11851. TJ Stutz making his way around turn number 4 to the checkered, and he will go slower, 12.304, but still to the top on lap 1 for TJ Stutz, 11.851, 11851. Next up is a driver that was fastest overall in hot laps here this evening from Grass Valley, California. The Casey Kane Racer, Mike Curb, Napa Auto Parts, Brumo's Collection, Maxima Race Wheels, number 49. It's the big cat, Brad Sweet. Brad Sweet in car number 49. Lap number 1 for Brad Sweet is to the top, 11.848, 11848. For Brad Sweet on lap 1. First time here since 2009 when he ran 11th with the USAC Sprint cars. Lap number 2 for Brad Sweet is going to slow down to a 12.084, 12084. First lap better and to the top, 11.848 for Brad Sweet in car number 49. Next onto the racetrack from Lincoln University, Pennsylvania, the Busch Auto Group, Fast Track Trucking, Lombardo Recycling, Betts Garage, State Line Truck Center, number 5R. This is Tyler Ross. Tyler Ross in car number 5R. Ross coming around turn 4 for lap number 1. He'll go fourth quick at 12150, 12150. Tyler Ross, a URC winner here back in 2019 with a 360 under the hood. He was 11th with High Limit Racing in 2023. Lap 2 is better to third quick, 11.998, 11998. Third quick for the 5R of Tyler Ross. Next onto the Speedway from Lebanon, Indiana, the True Timber Camo, nice Cretan Landis block, GRC Transportation, High Performance Lubricants, philpools.com, number 5. This is Spencer Baston. Spencer Baston in car number 5. Baston, a little tight there through 3 and 4. Lap 1 will be a 12.241, 12241. Baston did not qualify in his only attempt here at Grandview with the All-Stars in 2018. Currently tied for 6th in the point standings. Lap number 2 is better, 12.104, 12104. Still 5th of 5 for Spencer Baston. Next up from Harding, Pennsylvania, is the Mechanical Service Company, White Bread Racing Enterprises, Valley Chevrolet, Slade Shocks, Prebuild Industries, number 79. Here is Jordan Thomas. Jordan Thomas in the 79. Lap number 1 for Jordan Thomas is a 12.170, 12170. Thomas, just a few weeks ago, finished 12th with the High Limit Racing Sprint cars at Utica Rome Speedway in Vernon, New York. Lap number 2 for car number 79 is going to be a little bit slower to a 12.187. First lap slightly better at 12.170. Next up is a driver from Leesport, Pennsylvania, driving the Specialty Rigging, Red Robin, Mid-Atlantic Machinery, Worms Hardscaping, number 10X. It's Reese Nowatarski. Reese Nowatarski in car number 10X. Nowatarski sees the white flag. Lap number 1 will be a 12.245, 12245. Nowatarski in the past, 21st with the URC Sprint cars in 2023. Best 410 run this year, 16th at Lincoln Speedway during the Weldon Stern Memorial. Lap 2, how about third quick, 11946. Third quick, 11946 for Reese Nowatarski. Next out of the racetrack from Sunbury, Pennsylvania, the Sterling Lubricants, Paul Wino Snap-On, Randy's Racing Filters, Al Parker Engines, number 10C. It's Mark Smith. Mark Smith in car number 10. Lap 1 for Mark Smith is going to be 8th quick, 12.523, 12523. Mark Smith was 3rd here during Pennsylvania Speed Week in 2009 and 2005. Lap number 2 for Mark Smith is going to improve to a 12.239, 12239, still 8th of 8 so far. Next up, it's the driver out of Mertztown, Pennsylvania, the Vital Options Medical Marijuana, Harrisburg Budget Long-Term Rentals, Ryan Taylor Graphics, CP Carrilla, number 20 of Ryan Taylor. Here comes Ryan Taylor to the white flag. Lap 1 is 8th quick at 12.189, 12189. In the past year, Ryan Taylor 15th with High Limit Racing in 2023. He's also 4th with URC in 2020. Lap 2 is going to slow down to a 12.229. First lap better is 8th quick at 12.189. From Myerstown, PA, PA, it's for M&M Painting and Construction, McGrewBid.com. Baps Paint, Livewire Customs, number 19. Here is Brent Marks. Brent Marks in car number 19. Brent Marks coming off a turn number 4 to the white flag. Lap 1 will be 6 quick at 12.079. 1:20.79. Marks here in the past at Grandview, third with Highland Racing in 2023. He was second at PA Speed Week in 2021. Lap 2 is third quick, 11.876. 1:18.76, third quick for Brent Marks in car number 19. And making his Highlander Racing debut here tonight from Allentown, Pennsylvania, the E. Schneider & Sons Boulevard Truck Repair, Apache Transport Concrete Cutting Systems, VP Racing Lubricants number 39. Here is Briggs Danner. Briggs Danner in car number 39. Lap 1 for Danner will be a 12.486, 1:2.486. Danner, a two-time winner here at the Grandview Speedway in USAC East Coast competition. Lap 2 for Briggs Danner will improve to 10th quick at 12.229. 1:2.229. 10th quick for Briggs Danner. From Kokomo, Indiana, driving the Chalk 6 Tours and Bars, Town Line Variety, Indy Race Parts, High Performance Lubricants, number 9P. This is the law firm, Parker Price Miller. Parker Price Miller in the 9P. Lap number 1 for PPM will be 7th quick at 12.078. 1:20.78. Parker come off a 5th place run at the Bob Weichert Memorial on Sunday night. Was 7th here with the All-Stars in 2021. Lap number 2 is going to improve, stays 7th quick at 12.036. 1:20.36. This guy is $75,000 richer after Sunday night. From Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, the Derek Snyder Self-Made Racing, Weichert's Livestock, RV 4-wheel drive, York Excavating number 48. It's Danny Dietrich. Danny Dietrich in the 48. Dietrich on lap 1 will be 11th quick at 12.228. 1:2.228. Dietrich picked up the biggest win of his career Sunday for $75,000 at Port Royal Speedway. Was an all-star winner here in 2020. Lap number 2 is better to 9th quick at 12.132. 1:2.132. From Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, here is the Sitgard Engine Oil, Hample Oil, Mystic Lubricants, Western Flyer Express, Deathridge Optical number 5T. The driver is Ryan Timms. Ryan Timms in the 5T. Lap number 1 for Ryan Timms will be 14th quick at 12.350. 1:2.350. Timms, a 5-time winner this year, 3 of them in 360s and 2 of them with the Extreme Outlaw Midget Series. Lap number 2 for Ryan Timms is now 9th quick at 12.114. 1:2.114. 9th quick for Ryan Timms. From Visalia, California, it's the Commercial Edge, Rasmussen Service Center, Elliott's Custom Trailers, Fulkins Brothers Trucking, Bargain Barn, number 8, Corey Eliason. Corey Eliason in car number 8. Lap 1 for Corey will be 11th quick at 12.152. 1:2.152. In the past year at Grandview, was 5th with Highlander Racing in 2023, also 5th with the All-Stars in 21. Lap 2 for Corey is up to 5th quick, 11.951. 1:19.51. 5th quick for Corey Eliason. Now from Hanover, Pennsylvania, the Pels Tire Service, RF Knox Company, the Auto Barn number 1A, it's Jacob Allen. Jacob Allen in car number 1A. Lap 1 for Jacob Allen will be 16th quick at 12.274. 1:2.274. Tonight, Jacob Allen making his Grandview Speedway debut. 3 wins this year in 410 action for Jacob Allen. Lap 2 will be better, stays 16th quick at 12.267. 1:2.267. 16th of 16 so far for Jacob Allen. This driver makes his Highland Racing debut tonight from Hanover, Pennsylvania. Your hometown agents, Next Level Signs and Graphics, Diversified Cuts, Capital Renegade, Wolf Plumbing, number 67. It is J.J. Loss. J.J. Loss in the 67. Lap 1 for J.J. Loss will be 17th quick at 12.552. 1:2.552. Best 410 finish this year so far, a 12th at Babs on April 28th here. Lap number 2 is going to slow down to a 12.629. 1:2.629. First lap better at 12.552 for J.J. Loss. Also making his High Limit Racing debut tonight from Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. The Super F Series spares. Mark Scon, Wills Auto, JG Browning, HVAC, Jackson Rapp, Slade Shocks, number V60. It is Jordan Charge. Lap 1 for Charge is going to be a 12.614. 12614 for the V60 of Jordan Charge. Made his debut last night in the States at Fremont Speedway with the Outlaws. Made the long haul over here tonight to PA, and he will be at a 13.228 on lap 2 as the nose wing collapsed on that car. First lap better at 12.614. Another driver that came over from Fremont last night. The driver to Lemoore, California, the Honest Abe Roofing, Metal Supply Depot, FK Shocks, number 16T. It is Cole Macedo. Cole Macedo in the 16T. Lap 1. Oh, Macedo's in the wall in the front straightaway. White walls the right rear. Came across the line, still good enough for 12th quick at 12.164, 12164. Cole Macedo 12th quick there after a podium finish last night with the Outlaws at Fremont Speedway in Ohio. Next up from Alice Springs, Northern Territory, Australia, the Mobile One Toyota Racing Development, Roth Enterprises, HR Livestock Transportation, number 83 car. This is James McFadden. James McFadden in car number 83. McFadden hits a little bit of a bump right there in turn number 3 and 4. Lap 1 will be 18th quick at 12.347, 12347. Tonight, James McFadden, not his debut at Grandview, is 4th with the All-Stars in 2020, 2nd during PA Speed Week in 2019. Lap 2 is up to a 12.385. First lap was better, 12.347, 18th quick for the 83 of James McFadden. Making his High Limit Racing debut tonight, the driver is out of Birdsboro, Pennsylvania. The Bollinger Septic Service, Livingstone Lawn Care, Smith Titanium, number 19B car. Here is Aaron Bollinger. Aaron Bollinger in the 19B. Bollinger did not qualify for the feature here with the PA Speed Week in 2021. He's into the wall. Bollinger hits the wall on the front straightaway. Lap 1, a 12.829, 12829 as he clobbered the wall there off of turn number 4. Bollinger this year, best finish in a 4:10 4th at Lincoln Speedway on April 7th. Lap 2, he will slow down to a 12.991, 12991. First lap better, 12.829. He's 21st quick. Flight B now begins for High Limit Racing. The next car onto the racetrack from Elverson, Pennsylvania, the Charpack Cole, Moose Meadows, Cozy Clothes, Tensor Aviation, Studio 895, number 35 car, it's Austin Bishop. Lap 1 for Bishop is a 12.586, 12586 on lap 1 for Bishop. He was 26th at Port Royal Speedway on Sunday night with us at High Limit Racing. He was a Mid-Atlantic Sprint Series winner here in 2018 at Bridgeport. Lap 2 is slower to a 12.745. First lap better, 12.586. In issue, firing off our next car. As once again, this is Flight B has just begun. Austin Bishop, the first car out here in Flight B. Brad Sweet, the fastest overall in Flight A in car number 49. And now it looks like we are ready to fire off the next driver who is making his High Limit Racing debut here tonight. He's out of Newtown, Pennsylvania. It's the Thompson Motor Service, IGA Middleburg, Pat Pletcher CPA, Fire and Safety Services, 410 Enterprises, number 11T. It is Mikey Thompson. Mikey Thompson in the 11T. Thompson takes the green flag, makes his way into turn number 1 now. The former URC Rookie of the Year back in 2021. Coming around turn number 4 for the first lap, and it will be second quick at 12.919, 12919. Mikey Thompson, best finish this year in a 4:10, 11th at Selinsgrove on April 21st. Lap 2 slows down to a 13.027. First lap better, 12.919. Next car on the racetrack, he is the DJ of the night out of Terre Haute, Indiana. The Honest Abe Roofing, Metal Supply Depot, number 16TH. Here's Kevin Newton. Kevin Newton in car number 16TH. Newton, the sponsor, Honest Abe Roofing, is the new sponsor of the redraw wheel. that we use for the dash lineup here with Kubota high-level racing. Lap number 1 for Kevin Newton will be a 13:129, 1:3:129. Kevin Newton this year, best finish in a 4:10, was 11th with the Maverick Wing Sprint Car Series at Terre Haute in Indiana. Lap number 2 hits the wall, goes to the top, 12:477 for Kevin Newton, 1:2:477 to the top here in Flight B. So both the Honest Abe cars hitting the wall here on their qualifying runs. As we continue on, out of Clovis, California, here is the Driven to Save Lives, Sander Engineering, Four Seas Construction, Autry Plumbing, SinCal. Number 14 BC, it is Corey Day. Corey Day in the 14 BC. Corey makes his Grandview Speedway debut here tonight. Lap number 1 will be to the top, 12:097, 1:2:097. Corey Day comes in tonight 4th in the overall point standings for both the Midweek Money Series and the regular point standings. Lap 2 slows down to a 12:134, 1:2:134. First lap better, 12:097 to the top in Flight B. From Salfordville, Pennsylvania, the Trans-East Equipment, Pioneer Pole Buildings, Ken's Tire, number 51. Here is Freddie Raymer. Freddie Raymer in the 51. Freddie Raymer off the top of turns number 3 and 4. He'll go in for a 4th quick lap time at 12:846, 1:2:846. Freddie Raymer, a 2017 All-Star Circuit of Champions winner here at Grandview Speedway. Lap number 2 is going to be better to 3rd quick, 12:561, 1:2:561 for the 51 of Freddie Raymer. From Apollo, Pennsylvania, this is the Mercedes Motorsports, Ducati of Pittsburgh, Diesel Property Management, MAV Motorsports number 42, Cy Lynch. Cy Lynch in the 42. Lap number 1 for Cy Lynch will be 2nd quick, 12:340, 1:2:340. Good first lap there for Cy Lynch in his Grandview Speedway debut tonight. He was 28th at Port Royal during the Bob Weicker Memorial. Lap number 2, he'll slow down to a 12:411. First lap better, 12:340. That is 2nd quick for Cy Lynch. Next up from Lubbock, Texas, the High Plains Building Division, Carbon Safety Technology, Lubbock Wrecker, 5 Nights Truck Accessories Shop, truckparts.com. The number 1 is driven by Brenham Crouch. Brenham Crouch in car number 1. Lap 1 for Brenham Crouch is 6th quick at 12:639, 1:2:639. Crouch tonight in his Grandview Speedway debut enters the night 16th in the overall high-level racing point standings. Lap 2 is 3rd quick, 12:419, 1:2:419. That is 3rd quick for Brenham Crouch in car number 1. From Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, it's the Hollinger Allenbach Racing, Old Milwaukee, Orange Crate Brewing, Beer Hill Gang number 5W. It is Lucas Wolf. Lucas Wolf in the 5W. Lucas Wolf to the white flag. He's 6th quick on lap 1, 12:584, 1:2:584. That's P6 on lap 1. Lucas Wolf, a winner at Williams Grove Speedway earlier this year, was 2nd with PA Speed Week at Grandview in 2014. Lap 2 is 3rd quick, 12:349, 1:2:349. 3rd quick for the 5W of Lucas Wolf. From Douglasville, PA, it's the Radata Trucking and Excavating, the Bagel Rack, TSL Shocks number 20B. Here is Tim Buckwalter. Tim Buckwalter in the 20B. Here comes Buckwalter to lap number 1. He's 6th quick at 12:524, 1:2:524. Buckwalter was slated to start on the front row of last year's high-level racing event here at Grandview, but had an issue before the feature, could not start that feature. Lap 2 is better to a 12:509, 1:2:509. That is 6th quick overall for Tim Buckwalter. From Enumclaw, Washington, this is the Casey Kane Racefield, Mike Kerr, Bruno's Collection, Factory Kane Shocks, Kane Screen Print number 9. It's Casey Kane. Casey Kane in car number 9. A little bit of an issue right there in turn number 3. Jumped over the little bit of a berm that's developed on the top of the racetrack down there. He's 9th quick on lap 1 at 12:758, 1:2:758. Casey Kane tonight. Last year was 6th with high-level racing in 2023. Lap 2 is 4th quick, 12:413, 1:2:413. 4th quick for car number 9, Casey Kane. Next up from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, the Smith Titanium Factory Kane, Maximum Raceway, Messi Valley Transportation, Hall of Honor, Ron Gross Motorsports number 88. Here is Tanner Thorson. Tanner Thorson in car number 88. Lap 1 for Thorson. How about second quick? 12:1:59. 1:2:1:59 on lap 1 for Tanner Thorson. Was 6th here during PA Speed Week in 2022, 3rd in a USAC sprint car in 21. Lap 2 is going to slow down to a 12.250. Lap 1 better, 12:1:59. From Hanover, Pennsylvania, driving the SCC Trucking, philpools.com, Polk Brothers Racing, Dynatech Controls number 17. Here is Dylan Norris. Dylan Norris in the 17. Lap 1 for Norris is 5th quick, 12:378, 1:2:378 on lap 1. Norris was 20th here during PA Speed Week in 2022. Best finish this year, 2nd at Williams Grove on March 29th. Lap 2, he will slow down to a 12:4:01. First one better, 12:378. 5th quick for the 17 at Dylan Norris. From Angola, Indiana, the Sundollar Restoration, Ford Performance, Sage Fruit Race Union Foundation, Hager Realty, number 26. Here is Zeb Wise. Zeb Wise in the 26. Zeb on lap number 1. How about second quick? 12:1:26, 1:2:1:26 on lap 1 for Zeb Wise. Zeb in the past here was 4th at the All-Stars in 2021. Lap number 2 is going to slow down to a 12:350. First lap better, 12:1:26. Second quick for the 26 of Zeb Wise. Next up from Monrovia, Indiana, the Avanti Windows and Doors, Big Spring Car Wash, Water Treatment by Design, Genmore Florist, number 13. Here is Justin Peck. Lap 1 for Justin Peck is to the top, 11:9:39, 1:1:9:39, to the top for Justin Peck on lap 1. Lap number 2 for Justin Peck is going to slow down to a 12:1:03, but the first one is the best of the night in Flight B, 11:9:39 for Justin Peck in car number 13. Next up, the Kubota Highland Racing points leader from Indianapolis, Indiana. The NOS Energy Drink, Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, Spire Motorsports, number 7 BC. It's Tyler Courtney. Tyler Courtney in the 7 BC. Lap number 1 will be 3rd quick, 12:1:21, 1:2:1:21. Tyler Courtney, former All-Star Circuit of Champions winner here at Grandview back in 2021. Lap number 2 for Sunshine will be slower, 12:4:06, 1:2:4:06. 3rd quick for Tyler Courtney. From Sunshine Coast, Queensland, Australia, the new Trend Homes, Napa Auto Parts of Gettysburg, Silk Plumbing, Edge Web Design, number 66. Here is Ryan Newton. Ryan Newton in the 66. Whoa, Newton picks up the front wheels in the middle of turns 3 and 4. Lap 1 will be a 12:9:69, 1:2:9:69. Newton tonight, Grandview Speedway debut, was 13th with the Kubota Highland Racing at Utica Rome Speedway in Vernon, New York. Lap number 2 for Ryan Newton will improve to a 12:9:27, 1:2:9:27, 16th quick for him. Up next from Neptune City, New Jersey, this is the Capital Custom Trailers and Coaches, Coors Banquet Beer, Easy Go, number 91, Kyle Reinhardt. Kyle Reinhardt in the 91. Reinhardt struggling to get through 3 and 4. Lap number 1 will be 14th quick at 12:5:68, 1:2:5:68. On lap 1 for Kyle Reinhardt, was 8th here with Highland Racing in 2023. A little bit lower right there. This might be better for Kyle Reinhardt. And it is 6th quick, 12:3:05, 1:2:3:05 on lap 2 for car number 91, Kyle Reinhardt. From Bellevue, Ohio, this is the Blue Emu Bikini Zone Shave Gel, Amalie Oil, Tub of Towels, Ohio Logistics number 2MD. It's Cap Henry. Cap Henry in the 2MD. Lap 1 for Cap will be 10th quick at 12:3:82, 1:2:3:82. Cap Henry, 7th here last year with the Highland Racing Sprint Cars in 2023, 17th with the All-Stars in 2016 at Grandview. Lap 2 is better, 7th quick, 12:3:20, 1:2:3:20, 7th quick for Cap Henry. From St. Mary's, New South Wales, Australia, the 87 Speed, Sterling Lubricants, Paul Wino, Snap-On, Randy's Racing Filters, Al Parker Engines, number 10B, it's the Madman, Kerry Madsen. Kerry Madsen in the 10B. Lap 1 for Kerry Madsen is 14th quick, 12:4:78, 1:2:4:78. Kerry, only time here he did not qualify with the World of Outlaws in 2007. Been a long time since he's been to Grandview. Lap number 2 will be a slower lap, 12:5:54. First one better, 12:4:78. Next on the racetrack from Dillsburg, Pennsylvania, it's the J&S Classics Valley Supply, C&D Rigging, Class 1 Transportation, DMS Trash, number 39M, Anthony Macri. Anthony Macri in the 39M. Lap 1 for Macri will be 6 quick at 12:192, 1:2:192. Macri second with the All-Stars in 2021 here at Grandview. Lap 2, it looks like it's going to be a little bit better potentially, and it is second quick, 12:008, 1:2:008, second quick for Anthony Macri. Your final qualifier makes his way onto the racetrack now. He's the defending winner here at Grandview from St. Helena, California. The Rico Ebru, Kerbang and Janine Racing, El Bandito, Inca Tequila, Messina Valley Transportation, Rich Mar Flores, Lucas Oil Products, number 24, Rico Ebru. Lap 1 for Rico is 7th quick, 12:2:47, 1:2:2:47 on lap 1 for Rico. He's won 2 races in a row here at Grandview, including a PA Speed Week win in 2022. Lap 2, second quick, 11:9:95, 11:9:95 on lap 2 for Rico Ebru. And that will do it for Capital Custom Trailer qualifying here tonight. Brad Sweet should be the fastest driver overall this evening, driving car number 49. As you get a good look at his lap time, or his lap, I should say, on your FloRacing screen right now. And it certainly helped to go out early this evening. Brad Sweet's lap time was a 11:848, quickest over TJ Stutz in Flight A. Brent Marks was behind him, then Reese Nowatarski and Corey Elias in the top 5 in Flight A. The top 5 in Flight B. Top 5 in Flight B, Justin Peck in 13, Rico Ebru in 24, Anthony Macri in 39M, Corey Day in 14, and Tyler Courtney in 7BC. So it looks like we've got the Vintage Modifieds about to make their way onto the racetrack for their hot lap sessions. I know there are a lot of them in the house here tonight. After the Modifieds come onto the racetrack, we will have opening ceremonies here from Grandview Speedway for tonight's Levan Machine and Truck Equipment presents Rich Mar Flores Kubota Highland Racing event here at Grandview Speedway. So for the Vintage Modifieds, let's go over to Jeff.
All right, thanks, Chase. We've got Vintage Modifieds and Vintage Sportsman. They'll be running 2 features tonight, 2 12-lappers spaced in between the sprint cars tonight when we need to give them time to get ready for their next event. This is brought to us by FNL Doors. They're rolling out for their practice session. This will be our final preliminary event of the evening before we get into, as he mentioned, opening ceremonies. We'll do a little bit of track prep before we get into the opening ceremonies, which will also feature the Keystone State Quarter Midget Racing Club tonight. FNL Doors sponsoring the Modified and Sportsman vintage cars tonight. Open the door to a new level of confidence and style with FNL Doors. Our overhead garage doors redefine security and elegance for your home. Imagine seamless access with a touch of a button and design that complements your property. Ready for an upgrade? Call them at 800-344-DOOR or visit them online at fnldoors.com. There will be 10 in the Vintage Modified class, 11 in the Vintage Sportsman class. Again, they'll run the 2 separate feature events. Mike Stofflet is out there in the number 12. The 333 is Bob Schmidt. 36 heading down the straightaway is Tom Orth. A Junior Mykosh is out there. Kurt Nyman is in the 76. 45 is Steve Hahn. Matt Smith is driving number 2. The 1 is Leon Gongler. Torrey Hall drives the 923. J.R. Roth is in the 17 tonight. Dominic Deglas driving the R10. Jake Foster's in the 10Z. Gage Phillips is in the 97. Scott Schaefer, the 77X. Over the Hill Bill from Sassomansville. Bill Gerhardt is in a 69X. They're all coming out for one warm-up session. They'll be split up for the feature. 007 out there is Ryan Ford. Hot lap for the vintage cars. These drivers are members of the Outlaw Racing Series Vintage Club, which compete here on selected Fridays once a month and then occasionally on a Saturday night with our stock car program. Again, a nice turnout for the vintage drivers tonight. They'll be doing two 12-lap features, one for the modified class, one for the sportsman class. Just a reminder, we had that key fob turned in at the front gate. Check your pockets if you lost your keys. You need them to get home tonight. Key fob turned in at the front gate. Also, if you're sitting in the top 3 rows of the grandstand, please do not throw anything down through over the back railing because of the walkway below you. Thank you in advance for your cooperation. Thanks again to our great supporters tonight. Richmar Florist, proud to be your award-winning in-person and online floral gifting company that makes sending as enjoyable as receiving. Richmar has always been a family business with the intent of giving back to the community that makes us who we are today. We've created a seamless shopping experience to help you make anyone's day better in the Lehigh Valley and beyond. Richmar Florist, located in Allentown, Pennsylvania, servicing the Lehigh Valley and beyond. Look them up on the web at richmarflorist.com or give them a call at 610-437-5588. Richmar Florist, high limit, Kubota High Limit Sprint Series event here tonight for the Thunder on the Hill Racing Series. Also thanks to Levan Machine and Truck Equipment. Levan Machine and Truck Equipment, proud sponsor of tonight's event as well. A full-service machine shop and custom upfitter located in Fleetwood, Pennsylvania. They have the ultimate solutions for snow and ice control. Get your Boss snowplow spreader at Levan Machine and Truck Equipment. They also offer VSI by Boss liquid de-icing equipment that offers more efficiency and cost savings. Levan Machine and Truck Equipment, known for repair services for trucks and trailers, hydraulic cylinders, drive shafts, frame repairs, plus our CNC machine shop can get your machining line up and running in no time. Levan Machine and Truck Equipment fixes what others cannot. And also thanks to Napa Auto Parts, proud to be a sponsor of the Thunder on the Hill Racing Series here at Grandview Speedway. We thank Napa, John Hanlon and his local stores, and the Napa Auto Parts service stores for their participation in the series. We also want to welcome our Napa customers and Napa Auto Care stores such as Rick Ryder Automotive, Town Service Center, Ford Service Center, GT Automotive, Frank Kenya Auto Repair, to name a few. Napa Auto Care Centers can service all of your vehicles off the Napa Peace of Mind warranty. Thanks to all those great supporters of Thunder on the Hill here at Grandview Speedway.
Thank you very much, Jeff. We're going to take a quick break here on FloRacing. Come back with opening ceremonies here at the Grandview Speedway in Bechtelsville, Pennsylvania.
When it comes to magneto ignition performance, there's only one name that you can trust, and that's BR Motorsports Ignitioneering. Servicing the racing industry for over 30 years, our state-of-the-art Magneto Dyno Test Lab facility is equipped with the most technically advanced equipment available. And that's why crew chiefs like Paul Silva and Philip Dietz choose BR for all their ignition needs. To learn more, visit us at brpromag.com.
Capital Custom Trailers and Coaches. We are the #1 Renegade Toterhome dealer and the #1 Intech and Bravo Sprint Car Trailer dealer. No one sells more Toterhomes and Sprint Car Trailers than we do. Check out our complete lineup at capitalrenegade.com. If you're in the market for a toter home or a trailer, trust the people that are in the pits with you and that support the sport.
Your best days of the year start here at Kubota Orange Days. It's the year's biggest selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. Plus the year's best deals, like 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,300 off select compact tractors. Orange goes all day. Sales ending soon. Visit your local dealer today. Find your nearest dealer at KubotaOrangeDays.com.
I have terrible vision. I got hooked up with Death Ridge, and being able to see when you're racing is pretty important. Glare is somewhat of a big deal, and with these, there's really no glare at all. They just fit really well. They don't go over your ear, they just go straight around your head. Full believer in them. I feel like they help a lot compared to what I'm used to. I have nothing but good to say about them.
And we are back here in the Hasty Bake Grills booth at Grandview Speedway in Bechtelsville, Pennsylvania for race number 4 of 2024 with the Midweek Money Series, race number 19 of 55 for the overall series as well for Kubota High Limit Racing. I am Chase Rodman. Thank you so very much for watching at home on Flow tonight. Thank you so very much for being here tonight as well. We've got opening ceremonies coming up here very shortly. As you can see, they're doing some things to the track right now, making sure that it's in tip-top shape for our 4 heat races that will come out a little bit later on. Those heat races will go 8 laps in distance. The top 5 will transfer straight to the feature event with the fastest qualifier and the winner of the heat race going to the dash. And so if you're keeping score at home or maybe in the grandstands, the 4 drivers you want to circle on your list, as long as they finish inside the top 5, they will go to the dash. Those 4 drivers in heat race number 1, it's the 49 of Brad Sweet. Heat race number 2, the 11 of TJ Stutz. Heat 3, the 13 of Justin Peck. And in Heat 4, the 24 of Rico Abreu. And as long as they finish top 5, they will go to the dash. We've got plenty of merchandise with Kubota High Limit Racing. We've had a lot of new designs and things come out here recently. A fresh restock of hats as well. And if you're watching at home on Flow, well, you can scan a QR code on your screen right now and order your High Limit merch. I've actually got my new piece of merch on here tonight. I got the Kubota Orange Trucker hat here, and I've seen a couple of them walking around today at Grandview Speedway. During this time, if you're here in the stands, you can make your way back behind the grandstands and visit the official merchandise trailer for Kubota High Limit Racing. Tony, I heard you got a new hat as well.
Chase, when you got a head as big as mine, you kind of go through hats. You sort of have just a rotating stock of them. I'm rocking my newest addition to the hat collection. Graham over there at Kubota High Limit Racing merch hooked me up. I hope Daryl's getting a nice tight shot of this. Normally, he has to stay pretty wide when keeping me on camera. That's a fat joke. But this is my new hat. I like it very much. It's water resistant. So if I did decide, in fact, to go jump in the pond over there with the fountain, that thing is so cool, then this hat would just stay bone dry. I'm not going to do that, Chase, but your orange trucker hat is pretty fitting. I know you do enjoy trucking in your free time. I enjoy fishing, and so sometimes my hats and other parts of me can get submerged, and this hat works for me. Your hat works for you. It's perfect. It's like we planned it.
It's like we planned it out. Yeah, Tony, you saw me wearing the orange hat earlier, and you saw my outfit earlier on. And speaking of that, I was telling you earlier that I walked by Reese Nowatarski, who, by the way, starts on the pole of heat race number 2 tonight. He said I was looking dapper, which sounds like something you'd hear from, like, The Great Gatsby or something.
Yeah, well, Chase, did you read The Great Gatsby? Do you know that piece of literature?
No, I think I read it in middle school, but I've seen both movies, the new one with Leo DiCaprio and the old one with the other guy.
With not Leo DiCaprio.
Yeah, exactly, yes.
Of course, yeah. No, dapper is definitely a look. Chase, I think you look dapper almost every single day when 2 things happen. When you and I actually coordinate and wear the same color Kubota High Limit Racing Hasty Big Charcoal Grill broadcast booth shirt, and you know where I'm going with this, when you don't wear your dark blue pants. When you don't do that thing and you do match colors with me, I think dressed to kill every single night. You look dapper all the time, although I wouldn't use the word dapper, but you look nice is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Well, people at home might be wondering, what is Tony talking about? Dark blue pants. People wear pants every single day. They're blue jeans. I got some blue golf pants that I wear for work, and Tony thinks they're the worst thing ever created.
But Chase, make sure you are explaining this correctly to people. You're not actually wearing blue jeans because you're a professional, and we appreciate that about you, but you're wearing almost dark blue jean colored slacks with shirts like this, and then we've got a dark charcoal colored one, and then a light blue colored shirt. And I'm no pants expert. I don't want to come off like one. I'm no F1 pants snob, but I don't think navy blue, dark blue is really the best color of pant. Maybe a more charcoal-ish. That's kind of what I got. And I'm no pants expert. I want you to look good.
Well, you mentioned both of these words right there, blue jeans and slacks, and I just have to, for all of our Family Guy fans out there, I want blue jeans, you're getting slacks, and that is exactly what I have here tonight.
We got, you know what else we have here tonight? We got a lot of great friends from Roto-Rooter. That's why I am standing in front of their A-frame banner down here. But Roto-Rooter has come on with the Midweek Money Series, and they've been at a lot of events so far here in 2024. There's a really nice hospitality setup just outside the pit gate entrance here. Chase, you and I got the great honor of helping set up, even erect those tents. But we want to say thanks to Roto-Rooter. They've come out in strong numbers, not just tonight here in Bechtelsville, Pennsylvania, but they have come and supported a lot of our races so far in 2024. So we do want to say hello to our friends from Roto-Rooter here tonight.
Yeah, they have been at like you mentioned, a lot of races so far this year, and they are a great partner, and I think they're going to be a great partner for Kubota High-Limit Racing for many months and years to come. And speaking of another partner that came on board for the Midweek Money Series, Tony, that would be Honest Abe Roofing. They are the sponsor now for the redraw wheel for every Midweek Money Series event, and the guy that is Honest Abe himself, he's sponsored by them, and I believe he's the owner of the establishment as well. Kevin Newton, he is tonight's DJ of the night as well.
Yeah, I can't wait to get into Kevin's musical taste and musical stylings. Looking forward to hearing what he listens to throughout the course of, maybe it's a race day. Brennan Crouch gave me a great insight to when he was the DJ. I think he got to do it back in Crandall, Texas at RPM Speedway in his home state of Texas, and he said, when putting together my playlist, I just kind of wanted to give people a little bit of an insight into me and my interests and what I enjoy to listen to. Not necessarily when I'm at the track or getting ready to go racing, but just kind of what I'm into. And so the musical DJ thing this season with High Limit Racing has been so cool, and that's what it's all about, right? Getting to know these drivers, getting to know the men and the women in the pit area a little bit better, and the musical tastes that they have are a great way to learn about somebody, right? When you go on a road trip and someone starts playing Cher, you think, all right, Chase, I'm not going to be great friends with you if this is all you listen to. But no, Kevin Newton is such a cool guy. He is behind the Maverick Sprint Car Series out in Indiana. He is from Terre Haute. He's done an amazing job, not just starting his business, but investing into racing and racers. He supports a lot of different series, a lot of different racers, a lot of different drivers. He's given Cole Macedo a great opportunity here in 2024. And Kevin's just a great guy. We joked about it back at West Memphis, racing at the ditch, Chase, but he went out and bought 2 brand new Kubota tractors for his property back home in Terre Haute. One stays at his home and one stays at his race shop. And we asked him, we said, why'd you go out and buy 2 Kubota tractors? Did you really need the yard work done that much quicker? He goes, yeah, it helps a lot, but I want to support people who support racing. And even a big corporation like Kubota can receive support. And, man, it's so cool to see what Kevin Newton has done supporting the other partners that help out High Limit Racing, even when he himself, as the owner of Honest Abe Roofing, steps up to help series like High Limit. Kevin, he's such an awesome guy.
Yeah, and a little bit more about his playlist here. Kevin texted me a couple days ago and said that he's not really much of a music guy, but this playlist tonight is a mix of his team members and race fans that were asked their opinions on some songs. So there's a couple in there that Kevin chose, but a lot of them from his race team members and even a couple fans, so that's kind of cool.
I mean, that's so indicative, and I'm not going to act like I've known Kevin Newton for the last 20 years or something, right? But in just the few months of getting to pass him in the pit area, talk to him on track, remember, he gave us maybe one of the most viewed interviews maybe on all of FloRacing back at East Bay when he locked into the main event on night number 2 of the season. But that sounds so much like Kevin, right? He whether he's a big music guy or not, I don't know who isn't into music, right? But for him to go, you know what, I want to kind of share it, pass it around a little bit, get some of my crew guys, get some of the people that are involved with me behind the scenes, kind of have them influence my DJing and my playlist for the night. That's so Kevin Newton, right? He likes to kind of spread it all around and have a lot of people involved in his successes, whatever they may be. That's very indicative of the guy we've gotten to know these few months on the road with High Limit.
Certainly is, and talking more about Grandview Speedway here tonight, I kind of mentioned it a little bit earlier on. This is my first time here to the Thunder on the Hill, and man, I didn't realize that these drivers are basically driving almost, you could tell from the booth up here, you could just tell it looks like they're driving uphill into 1 and 2 and then more kind of downhill into 3 and 4, Tony. It's something I maybe seen at a little bit at Devil's Bowl Speedway down there in Mesquite, Texas. The backstretch is actually higher up than the front stretch. Not many racetracks have elevation change, but Grandview Speedway certainly does.
It's the thrill on the hill, brother. I mean, what were you expecting? Nathan Isaacson didn't think I would say brother again after I did in Victory Lane back at the Bob Weichert. But Chase, this being your first time to Bechtelsville, Pennsylvania's Grandview Speedway, I have to ask you, my first trip was back here in 2021 with the USAC non-wing sprint cars. We came up here for a few weeks in early April, I want to say, for the Keystone Invasion. That may have been the coldest I've ever been at a dirt track in my life, was night 1 of the Keystone Invasion here at Grandview Speedway. But what I want to ask you, Chase, is your first trip here to Grandview Speedway. All that matters is how you answer this next question. Have you had the pierogies yet?
Have not had the I've had pierogies before, but I've not had the ones here yet, Tony.
All right,
so
well,
I need to get some?
That's too bad for you. You are messing up, and you should go get some right now.
Okay, well, Tony, we're going to have to try and find somebody up here in the tower to grab this headset so I can make my way down to the snack bars. You get a good look at all the cars, the parking lot. The parking lot here is definitely another story of its own. It's definitely interesting. It's like 6 different levels of elevation of different parking lots and things, and there's probably people parked a mile away to get into the Grandview Speedway here tonight. We mentioned, wow, look at that white car. Is that guy he just parked right between 2 guys, and they're not going to be able to get out? I'm not really sure. We might, that's going to be somebody right there. White Nissan Versa, license plate 67942. We're going to need you to move. Guarantee that's coming my way here in just a few moments. But Tony mentioned the Bob Weichert Memorial just a few moments ago, and our own Brian Walker with Kubota High Limit Racing was able to catch up with him after the biggest win of his career over there at Port Royal Speedway for $75,000 in After the Checkers, which is coming up here in just a moment.
Huge crowd around Danny Dietrich's car. $76,500. First off, what's it like, all this support you have out here in PA? I could hear the crowd roaring over the cars at the Checkered.
Oh, it's pretty cool. I mean, I said earlier when Jace Dietz passed gravel for the heat race, I thought it was awesome to hear the crowd go nuts. And you don't think about that kind of stuff when you're in a race car, but I can only imagine that's just it's a little overwhelming.
Yeah. That last restart there, Sunshine passes you on the last lap. Caution comes out. How nerve-wracking is it knowing you have to restart right in front of him with all this on the line?
I mean, with 75 grand, I kind of expected something somewhere, you know, and he threw her into 3 pretty hard, you know, and I was so good there on the bottom. I'm not sure if he'd have been able to beat me to the line, but I mean, it's Sunshine, you know what I mean, and gosh damn, he makes you work for it. Him, Rico, Anthony, everybody. I mean, you get a track like it is tonight, and everybody, there's so many good cars, and it's just not over till the Checkers. I mean, this place here is so wide, you can't protect the whole racetrack. You just got to be good on the whole racetrack.
The Weichert 29, parked in Victory Lane at the Bob Weichert Memorial. I know you've done that before, but this one's even bigger. How special is it?
Oh, it's so special. I mean, $75,000 to win. First year for that. I'm sure it'll be that way next year. You know, I can't imagine it any other way. Todd never likes to go backwards, so this is awesome. I mean, I knew we had a shot going into it. We got this thing figured out. This is the same car we were running all year long. It was so fast early in the year. Had a couple hiccups. Found them issues, and man, there was no doubt with this crew and my guys that we could get to racing for the win. We kind of sold out running the middle to the bottom. We sold out on the chassis setup here to stay low. I just didn't know if I could myself run 40 laps on the fence without tearing it down last year or the year before. You know, it about tore the fence down, and just didn't feel like the way the cushion was tonight that I could run 40 laps like that.
What are you going to do with all this money? This is the biggest win of your life, most money ever, right?
I don't know. It'll set in tomorrow. You know, first and foremost, we got to pay the bills. You know, there's always bills to be paid. So, who knows? You know, we'll put some money in the bank, we'll celebrate, and we'll probably set in here maybe tomorrow morning. You know, but who knows? That tomorrow morning might not be after sleeping. It might just be in about a few hours.
You posted the other day all the high limit guys. We had Outlaws coming in. We had all the Invaders coming in. All the posse. How good does it? Scale of 1 to 10, Jake. How drunk will you be tonight?
I won't be. I'll be blacked out.
How good is it?
Leaving this race? You're gonna be here probably in the morning.
How good does it feel to put PA on top against all this?
It's everything. I mean, you know, like PA gets a little doubt once in a while. You know, I have my struggles. You know, Anthony never has any struggles. I don't feel like. Lance has, you know, didn't have the best night after Friday, but man. Posse on top tonight, you know, and these high limit guys, man, they're so good. They're so good, and we had the best outlaw team here too. So man, this is better than an outlaw win.
That's after the checkers at the Weicker, but they're not going to be sleeping for a while.
Great stuff there from Port Royal Speedway, but tonight it's all about Grandview, and it is now time for opening ceremonies here at Thunder on the Hill. So let's go downstairs to Tony Laporta.
Thanks so much, Chase. Welcome to race number 19 of the 2024 Kubota High Limit Racing season. Grandview Speedway, are you guys ready to go racing on a Tuesday night? We are too. First, we want to give a shout out and say thanks and welcome to members of the Keystone State Quarter Midget Racing Club. They were here earlier this afternoon. They did a pit tour. They got to hang out with Zeb Wise, Tyler Courtney, and Briggs Danner. We want to thank them for coming out and welcome them here tonight to Thunder on the Hill with Kubota High Limit Racing. Fans, at this time, we're ready to begin opening ceremonies and kick off round number 4 of the Midweek Money Series here at Grandview Speedway. So at this time, we ask if you are able to please rise and remove your caps. First, we'd like to welcome for today's invocation, Pastor Don Kearns.
Let us pray. Father God, we thank you for this beautiful night to go racing. This is a day you have made. We're rejoicing, and we get to go racing in it. Thank you, Lord. Father God, thank you for those fighting for our freedoms here and around the world. Bless them and their families and protect them. And now we turn our attention to tonight. Father, cover this place with your protection, your anointing. May this be a safe night, a fun night, and a night like we're used to here at Grandview with 2, 3, maybe 4 wide battle royals that go down to the finish. We ask this in the mighty name of Jesus. God bless America. Amen. And hammer down.
Thank you, Don. Fans, at this time we ask that you please remain standing as we prepare to honor America with the performance of tonight's national anthem. Here to perform tonight's national anthem, please welcome Miss Maggie Ernst.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Great job. One more time. How about a round of applause for Miss Maggie Ernst? Well, folks, it's Tuesday night. It's the Levan Machine and Truck Equipment presents Rich Marflores Kubota High Limit Racing. It's Tuesday night. It's Thunder on the Hill, and it's time to go all in with Kubota High Limit Racing.
High Limit Racing. It is heat race time here at Grandview Speedway. The first one brought to you by the guys at TJ Forged Wheels, which was started by Taylor TJ Weld to build the best no compromises forged wheels for high performance motorsports. We only build forged aluminum wheels using proprietary tooling and exclusive manufacturing processes that clearly elevate our wheels above the competition. Product quality, product safety, and exceptional customer service is what we do. We lead where others follow. Don't settle for close enough. Here's the lineup for TJ Forged Heat Race number 1. On the pole out of Myerstown, Pennsylvania, the M&M Painting and Construction, BigGroupBid.com, Bass Paint, Livewire Customs number 19, it's Brent Marks. And outside of him, from Visalia, California, the Commercial Edge, Rasmussen Service Center, Elliott's Custom Trailers, Vulcan's Brothers Trucking, Bargain Barn, number 8, Corey Eliason. Row number 2 on the inside from Canton, Illinois, it's the NOS Energy Drink, Zip Bonds, Logan Contractor Supply, Elliott's Custom Trailers, TK Concrete, number 55, Chris Wyndham. And outside of him, from Grass Valley, California, the Casey Kane Race with Mike Curb, Napa Auto Parts, Brumo's Collection, Maximum Racers, number 49, it's Brad Sweet. Row 3 on the inside from Lebanon, Indiana, the True Timber Camo, Nice Cretan Landis Block, GRC Transportation, High Performance Lubricants, PhilPools.com, number 5, Spencer Baston. And outside of him, from Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, the Derek Snyder Self-Made Racing, Weikert's Livestock, RV 4-Wheel Drive, York Excavating, number 48 of Danny Dietrich. Row 4 on the inside from Harding, Pennsylvania, it's the Mechanical Service Company, White Bread Racing Enterprises, Valley Chevrolet, Slade Shocks, Prebury Industries, number 79, Jordan Thomas. And outside of her, from Allentown, PA, the E. Schneider & Sons, Boulevard Truck Repair, Apache Transport, Concrete Cutting Systems, VP Racing Lubricants, number 39, it's Briggs Danner. Row number 5 on the inside from Hanover, Pennsylvania, the Pell's Tire Service, RF Knox Company, the Auto Barn, number 1A of Jacob Allen. And outside of him, also from Hanover, Pennsylvania, his High Limit Racing debut, the Your Hometown Agents, Next Level Signs and Graphics, Diversified Cuts, Capital Renegade, Wolf Plumbing, number 67, JJ Loss. And your final starter in this one, out of Birdsboro, Pennsylvania, the Bollinger Septic Service, Livingstone Lawn Care, Smith Titanium, number 19B, it's Aaron Bollinger. So 11 cars, 8 laps, top 5 transfer, the winner and the fastest qualifier. If Brad Sweet can finish inside the top 5, he will go to the dash with the winner. Now, if Brad Sweet can go from 4th to the win, he will have the ace in the hole. That means he will start automatically on the pole of the dash. Let's listen to our first song of the night with Kevin Newton's High Roller Playlist.
Life be like.
That's Ooh Ah from Grits on Kevin Newton's High Roller Playlist here in Heat Race number 1. As we get set to go 8 times around, the HendrickCars.com pace truck pulls onto the racetrack. We're ready to go green here in just a few moments as the field catches up to the back of the pace truck. After his 18th place finish on Sunday night, Brad Sweet relinquished the points lead with Kubota High Limit Racing to Tyler Courtney. He is now 1 point behind in the overall championship. He is 32 points behind in the Midweek Money Series championship as well. Lights are going out this time by. We're ready to go green for the first time in competitive action at Grandview Speedway here tonight. Once again, it is the Levan Machine and Truck Equipment presents Rich Marflores Kubota High Limit Racing here in Bechtelsville, Pennsylvania. HendrickCars.com pace truck will pull off into the infield this time by, leave the field in the hands of Brent Marks and Corey Eliason. The winner to the dash Top 5 transferring in. Green flag is out at Grandview Speedway. Brent Marks jumps out with the early race lead. 3 wide for third into turns 1 and 2, and Spencer Bason's going to get by Brad Sweet. Chris Wyndham gets shuffled out of the mix there, and he is now out of a transfer spot. So Wyndham started in third with 3 wide on the top, and he's going to lose another spot down the front stretch to Briggs Danner. So Wyndham from third to about 7th and 1 lap there. Got put into a bad spot on the opening lap, and it will cost him big time. Brent Marks leads lap number 2. Race is on for second. Corey Eliason trying to hold off number 5 of Spencer Baston. Baston was next to him off of turn number 4, but Eliason shut the door entering turn number 1. Eliason hangs on to second. Baston runs in third. Fourth is Brad Sweet, and fifth right now is the 48 of Danny Dietrich. Dietrich definitely maintaining the pace of the Napa Auto Parts 49. Looks to the inside. Off of turn number 2. Danny Dietrich trying to get by Brad Sweet. He will do so. Dietrich now up into 4th. Danny Dietrich. Good move there. Up into P4 now. Puts Brad Sweet on the bubble. Sweet runs 5th. Danner runs in 6th. Then it's Wyndham, Allen, Bollinger, and Loss. Briggs Danner not too far behind in case Brad Sweet makes some kind of mistake. If Sweet finishes in 6th, that would mean the top 2 finishers here in this heat race would go to the dash. Brent Marks, a huge lead in car number 19 right now. Next time by with a white flag for the McGrewBid.com number 19 car. There it is, white flag for Brent Marks. Still Eliason, Baston, now Dietrich closing in on Baston. Does he have anything left for that third position here on the final lap? Makes a mistake in turn number 1. Brent Marks is going to get the win in TJ Ford's heat race number 1. Second goes to Corey Eliason, third to Spencer Baston, fourth to Danny Dietrich, and fifth to Brad Sweet. Your finishing results from heat race number 1 presented by TJ Ford's Wheels. Your winner and going to the dash, the 19 of Brent Marks. In second, it's the number 8 of Corey Eliason. In third, the number 5 of Spencer Baston. Fourth, the 48 of Danny Dietrich. And fifth, also going to the dash, the 49 of Brad Sweet. Heading to the B main, the 39 of Briggs Danner, the 55 of Chris Wyndham, the 1A of Jacob Allen, the 19A of Aaron Bollinger, the 67 of JJ Loss, and the 79 of Jordan Thomas. Looks like we will have, well, it looked like it was supposed to be Spencer Baston stopping down there in the infield for an interview, and he may have not seen Tony Laporta down there, so Baston will bypass that area and go right back to the trailers. We get ready for heat race number 2. Heat race number 2 brought to you by the folks at DMI Racing Components, which are built with the precision of skilled machinists and the common sense of winning racers. Located in the heart of central Pennsylvania, you can find us every week participating in the sport we love. You race, we race, let's race together. Here's the lineup on the pole. The driver to Lee Sport, Pennsylvania. The specialty rigging, Red Robin, Mid-Atlantic Machinery, Worms Hardscaping, number 10X of Reese, Noah Tarski. Outside of him, from Lincoln University, Pennsylvania, the Bush Auto Group, Fast Track Trucking, Lombardo Recycling, Betts Garage, State Line Truck Center, number 5R, Tyler Ross. Row number 2 on the inside from Kokomo, Indiana. The Chalk 6 Tours and Bars, Town Line Variety, Indy Race Parts, High Performance Lubricants, number 9P, Parker Price Miller. And outside of him from Liverpool, Pennsylvania, the Mountain View Travel, Village Square Plaza, High Tech Metals, Smith Titanium, number 11, TJ Stutz. Row number 3 on the inside from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Sickard Engine Oil, Hample Oil, Mystic Lubricants, Western Flyer Express, Deathridge Optical, sponsor number 5T of Ryan Timms. And outside of him, from Lemoore, California, the Honest Abe Roofing, Metal Supply Depot, FK Shocks, number 16T, Cole Macedo. Row 4 on the inside from Mertztown, Pennsylvania. It's the Vital Options, Medical Marijuana, Harrisburg Budget Long-Term Rentals, Ryan Taylor Graphics, CP Carrillo, number 20 of Ryan Taylor. And outside of him from Sunbury, Pennsylvania, that's the Sterling Lubricants, Paul Wino Snap-On, Randy's Racing Filters, Al Parker Engines, number 10 of Mark Smith. And in your final row, from Alice Springs, Northern Territory, Australia, the Mobile One Toyota Racing Development, Roth Enterprises, HR Livestock Transportation, number 83 at James McFadden. And your final starter in this one, at a Melbourne, Victoria, Australia, the Super F Series Spares, Markscon, Wills Auto, GJ, Braiding, HVAC, Jackson Wraps, Slade Shocks, number V60 of Jordan Charge. That's the lineup for DMI Heat Race number 2. Gives us an opportunity to listen in once again to a song off of Kevin Newton's High Roller. minutes on Kevin Newton's High Roller playlist. If you're watching at home, you can scan that QR code when it pops up on the left side of your screen. Take it right to our Spotify list for all of the drivers that we've had a High Roller playlist so far this year. If you're here in the grandstands, just go to Spotify app, type in High Limit Racing. You could find it on there as well. Going green this time by DMI Heat Race number 2. The Richmar Flores pace vehicle and the HendrickCars.com pace vehicle pull into the infield, but TJ Stutz was not in the proper position. And now we will go green. A quick alignment there as we head down to the turn number 1 with Reese Nowatarski showing the way. Tyler Ross running in second. Ross draws to the left rear, but Nowatarski holds him off down the back straightaway. Race is on for 5th. Look at Cole Macedo going around the outside. Macedo down by Timms, down looking at TJ Stutz down the front straightaway. Remember, Stutz is the fastest qualifier in this heat race, must finish inside the top 5 to be a part of tonight's dash. But don't look now. Here comes James McFadden. McFadden from 9th, underneath of Stutz, underneath of Macedo. James McFadden, what a move right there. From 9th to 4th in 2 laps is the 83 car McFadden. And now Stutz gets shuffled out of the transfer spot. Cole Macedo's up to 5th. Cole Macedo runs 5th. Ryan Timms goes by for 6th, and TJ Stutz, who was going to find himself in the dash if he just finished up there in the top 5. That means that the second place car of Tyler Ross, as long as he stays there, will be in the dash. Ryan Timms trying to catch back up to Cole Macedo and race for that final transfer spot. Down the back straight, Macedo with an 8-car length lead. There is Reese Nowatarski in car number 10X, running the bottom side of the racetrack to perfection. He's got a 10-car length, making a 15-car length lead over Tyler Ross down the back straightaway. Both of those drivers looking to make the dash. Parker Price Miller trying to catch up to the number 5R of Tyler Ross. Last time by, Parker Price Miller about a 10th faster than that second place car of Ross. This time by, only a white flag. PPM is running out of time. Reese Nowatarski working into turns 3 and 4. And Nowatarski, who has not made a high limit feature all year long, will go to the dash. Second, Tyler Ross, he'll go to the dash as well. Parker Price Miller in 3rd, 9th to 4th for James McFadden, and 5th goes to the 16T of Cole Macedo. Well, how about it for the young driver from Leesport, Pennsylvania, winning his first ever Kubota High Limit Racing heat race? He will go to the dash. It's the 10X of Reese Nowatarski. Second and going to the dash, the 5R of Tyler Ross. Third, the 9P of Parker Price Miller. Fourth, the 83 of James McFadden. And fifth, the 16T of Cole Macedo. They all go to the feature. Ryan Timms, TJ Stutz, Mark Smith, and Ryan Taylor round out the field as Jordan Charge did not make the call in V60. Nowatarski, a big heat race there, got a great qualifying lap, and he is going to talk to Tony Laporta for a post-heat race interview, and it is well-deserved for the youngster out of Leesport, PA.
DMI heat race number 2 belongs to the driver of the 10S, Reese Nowatarski. And you talked about it, Chase. We've seen Reese a few occasions already here with Kubota High Limit Racing in 2024. Reese, those races we've seen yet so far to this point haven't exactly gone your way. It looks like tonight's off to a much better start.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough racing against these guys. These are the best in the business. My crew chief's always been really good here. Big thanks to Ryan Smith. But yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's giddy up. It's a lot of fun, and we're doing pretty good so far. So try to keep the momentum going into the dash here.
Reese Nowatarski, he says it's giddy up, Chase. I agree with that. DMI heat race number 2 belongs to the driver of the 10X.
Next up, it'll be BR Motorsports heat race number 3. When it comes to buying sprint car parts, there's only one place to shop, and that is BR Motorsports. With over 250,000 parts in stock, BR Motorsports only sells the best parts by the best manufacturers like King Racing Products, MSD Ignition, Kaiser Wheels, and XXX Chassis. To find out more, visit brmotorsports.com. Here's the lineup for heat race number 3 on the pole out of Dillsburg, Pennsylvania. The J&S Classics, Valley Supply, C&D Rigging, Class 1 Transportation, DMS Trash, number 39M. It's Anthony Macri. Outside event from Indianapolis, Indiana is the current Kubota High Limit Racing point leader. It's the NOS Energy Drink, Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, Spire Motorsports, number 7 BC of Tyler Courtney. Row number 2 on the inside from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. He drives the Smith Titanium, Factory K, and Maximum Race Oil, Messina Valley Transportation, Halavanka, Rod Gross Motorsports, number 88 of Tanner Thorson. And outside event from Monrovia, Indiana, the Avanti Windows and Doors, Big Spring Car Wash, Water Treatment by Design, Gin Moore Florist, number 13, Justin Peck. Row 3 on the inside from Bellevue, Ohio. The Blue Emu, Bikini Zone, Shave Gel. Emily Oil, Tub of Towels, Ohio Logistics, number 2 MD, Cap Henry. And outside of him from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, the Hollinger Allebach Racing, Old Milwaukee, Orange Crate Brewing, Beer Hill Gang, number 5 W, Lucas Wolf. Row 4 on the inside from Enum Claw, Washington. The Casey Kane Raceman, Mike Kerr, Brumo's Collection, Factory Kane Shocks, Kane Screen Print, number 9, Casey Kane. And outside of him, the DJ of the night from Terre Haute, Indiana, the Honest Abe Roofing, Metal Supply Depot, number 16, TH Kevin Newton. Row 5 on the inside from Douglasville, Pennsylvania, the Radata Trucking and Excavating, the Bagel Rack, TSL Shocks, number 20B, Tim Buckwalter. And outside of him, from Elverson, Pennsylvania, the Charpak Cole, Moose Meadows Cozy Clothes, Tensor Aviation Studio 895, number 35 of Austin Bishop. And your final starter in this one from Sunshine Clothes, Queensland, Australia, the Nutrin Homes, Napa Auto Parts of Gettysburg, Silk Plumbing, Edge Web Design, number 66. It is Ryan Newton. That's the lineup in BR Motorsports Heat Race number 3. The DJ of the night is in this heat race, and we'll play another one of his songs right now. Off from 8th in this one. He is the high roller playlist driver in this one. And Newton actually not in his proper starting spot. We were going to go green that time by. Now Newton gets into that 8th position. We'll go green the next time by. So Anthony Macri and Tyler Courtney. Wow, is this going to be a battle for that dash spot here in this one? And Sunshine desperately needs it. Comes into the night, leading both the midweek money series points and the overall points with Kubota Highlander Racing 1 over Brad Sweet and the overall and 32 over Brad Sweet in the midweek series. Sweet is already in the dash after heat 1. To the shock stripe in turn 4, heat race number 3, and Kevin Newton goes around, and Kevin Newton's upside down in turn number 4. The DJ of the night spins the records a little too hard there and goes over in turn number 4. Newton, the driver out of Terre Haute, Indiana. Been a long night or long 24 hours, I should say, for this team. They were in Fremont, Ohio last night racing with the World of Outlaws. They were rewarded with a 3rd place result, but then they had to drive the 6 or 7 hours, whatever it is, here to Bechtelsville, PA for tonight's midweek money series event with Kubota Highlander Racing. Got the car back on all 4 wheels. Getting a look at the overhead shot here on FloRacing. Tony, I see you down there on the scene. What can you tell us about Kevin Newton and his car down there?
Yeah, Chase, making our way up right now. Obviously, never good when you get upside down. Massive damage to the left side wing board on the top wing here, but bracket's broken. The top wing on the left side, that mounting bracket has been snapped off. But Kevin not getting out of the car. Start off by saying it's never good, and there's no such thing as small surgery or minor surgery. Well, there's no such thing as a wreck you want to be in. And Kevin was not looking to go upside down there by any means, but obviously as bad as it was, couldn't have been much better. He's able to stay in the car, and they're already pushing him back to the pit area.
So scooting Kevin Newton, going to scoot back to the pit area. And luckily that car is able to drive away from the incident without any, looks like major suspension damage. Usually when they push away, that's usually a good sign. So maybe just cosmetic damage for Kevin Newton potentially. As we take a look at the replay, what happened on FloRacing, Newton just gets on the gas and the car comes around on him, gets into Ryan Newton. Newton on Newton violence down there in turn number 4. Great wreck avoidance right there by the 35 of Austin Bishop to make his way around the outside. We'll have to take a look and see how the 66 of Ryan Newton looks, as he got drilled right in the right side of that car, Tony.
Chase, if you remember in qualifying, Ryan Newton and his Honest Abe Roofing teammate Cole Macedo, they both made contact on the exit of turn 4 during their qualifying run. And turns 3 and 4 here are definitely very, very unique. Turn 3 starts very banked with a pretty wide entry, but then right there where you would draw an imaginary line to separate turns 3 and turns 4, It doesn't necessarily tighten up very much, but the banking falls away quite quickly, actually. So no prophetic meaning in that, just the fact that Kevin had trouble over there in turns 3 and 4 in qualifying, and that end of the racetrack proves to still be a little tricky and treacherous for the driver from Terre Haute.
Yeah, tough deal there for Kevin Newton, his Grandview Speedway debut this evening. Best finish this year with the 410 under the hood was an 11th with his very own series, that being the Maverick Wing Sprint Car Series at the Terre Haute Action Track in Indiana. His best finish this year with Highland Racing, a 27th place run at the Red Dirt Raceway in Meeker, Oklahoma. Looking to get the cars back into double file formation. Macri and Courtney will be the front row. Thorson and Peck, Henry and Wolf, Kane, and now what should be Tim Buckwalter on row number 4. And then Austin Bishop and Ryan Newton will be in row number 5. Ryan Newton's car looks to be okay. Maybe a little bit of right side wing panel damage. Other than that, do not see anything drastically wrong with car number 66. Ryan Newton's Highland Racing career started off on a pretty good note, ran both races with us up in the state of New York, made the show in both of them out of the heat race, had a best finish up there of 13th at Utica Rome Speedway in Vernon, New York. HendrickCars.com, Pace Truck, and the Richmar Florist Pace Van will make its way into the infield on the back straightaway. We'll try this again in BR Motorsports Heat Race number 3. Green flag. Going to definitely keep our eye on the battle for this win and for that dash position. Tanner Thorson already getting underneath of Justin Peck into the 3rd spot. Peck now fires underneath of him down the back straightaway. Peck back to 2nd. Races on for the lead. Sunshine rips the high side, goes to the outside, nearly gets into the right rear tire of Anthony Macri down the front straightaway. Macri runs the bottom. Tyler Courtney runs the top. Gets a run down the back straightaway. And they are nose to tail entering turns 3 and 4. Macri slipped up off the bottom. They get together off of turn number 4. Macri hangs on to the race lead. Those two getting together off of turn number 4 last year. Macri filled in the 7BC when Tyler Courtney got hurt. Now they're battling for a dash spot here with Highland Racing Grandview Speedway. They swap lines in 3 and 4. Justin Peck has made his way by Tanner Thorson. Peck now into the 3rd spot. Thorson is 4th, and Cap Henry holds on to the last transfer spot in 2MD. Here comes Tanner Thorson underneath the Justin Peck, racing for 3rd. Cannot make the pass. Peck drives away down the front straightaway. The race for the top spot still hot and heavy as they work down the back straightaway. Anthony Macri on the bottom. Tyler Courtney on the top. They come off at turn number 4, and Sunshine going to take the lead across the line. Tyler Courtney to the lead into turn number 1 and is pulling away from Anthony Macri down the back straightaway. Tyler Courtney, foot to the floor, right rear on the boards right there, getting around the outside of Anthony Macri to take the race lead away. Macri slips to 2nd. Peck is now in 3rd. Tanner Thorson 4th, and 5th is Cap Henry. White flag is out for Tyler Courtney. Courtney found the fast groove around Grandview Speedway, and that is right up there where the cushion ends. About a lane off the wall. He gets the win in BR Motorsports Heat Race number 3. Anthony Macri runs 2nd, Justin Peck 3rd, Tanner Thorson 4th, and Cap Henry ends up in 5th. The results from BR Motorsports Heat Race number 3. Going to the dash with the win, the 7BC of Tyler Courtney. Finishing 2nd, the 39M of Anthony Macri. 3rd and going to the dash, the 13 of Justin Peck. 4th, the 88 of Tanner Thorson. And 5th, the 2MD of Cap Henry. They will all go to the feature. Going to the B main, Casey Kane, Lucas Wolf, Austin Bishop, Ryan Newton, Kevin Newton, and Tim Buckwalter will round out the field in Heat Race number 3. The next Heat Race brought to you by the folks at Winners Performance, which has been manufacturing speed parts for the racing industry for over 65 years. Many of the winningest sprint cars in history are equipped with Winners quick change rears and driveline components. Visit winnersperformance.com today. Here's the lineup for Heat Race number 4. On the pole out of Clovis, California, it's the Driven to Save Lives, Sander Engineering, 4Cs Construction, Austria Plumbing, SinCal number 14 BC, Corey Day. And outside of him from Angola, Indiana, the Sun Restoration, Ford Performance, Sage Fruit, Race Reading Foundation number 26, Zeb Wise. We're number 2 on the inside from Neptune City, New Jersey. The Capital Custom Trailers and Coaches, Coors Banquet Beer, Easy Go. Number 91, Kyle Reinhardt. And outside of him, the winner of last year's race here at Grandview. From St. Helena, California, Rico Abreu, Kermagajanian Racing, El Bandito, Yankee Tequila, Messina Valley Transportation, Richmar Flores, Lucas Oil Products, number 24, Rico Abreu. Row 3 on the inside from Apollo, Pennsylvania. The Mercedes Motorsports, Ducati of Pittsburgh, Diesel Property Management, Math Motorsports, number 42, it's Cy Lynch. And outside of him from Hanover, Pennsylvania, the SCC Trucking, PhilPools.com, Polk Brothers Racing, Dynatech Controls, number 17, Dylan Norris. Row 4 on the inside from Lubbock, Texas, the High Plains Building Division, Carbon Safety Technology, Lubbock Wrecker, 5 Nights Truck Accessories, ShopTruckParts.com, number 1, Brenham Crouch. And outside of him, from St. Mary's, New South Wales, Australia, he drives the 87 Speed, Sterling Lubricants, Paul Wino, Snap-on, Randy's Racing Filters, Al Parker Engines, number 10B of Kerry Madsen. And your final row in this one, from Salfordville, Pennsylvania, the Trans-East Equipment, Pioneer Pole Buildings, Ken's Tire, number 51 of Freddie Raymer. And final starter in this one, from Newtown, Pennsylvania, the Thompson Motor Service, IGA Middleburg, Pat Pletcher CPA, Fire and Safety Services, 410 Enterprises, number 11T, Mikey Thompson. 10 cars, 8 laps. Winner's performance, heat race number 4, about ready to get lined up. And while they do that, gives us another chance to listen into a song from Kevin Newton's High Roller playlist. On parade. Tony, I don't know about you, but man, did I play that song a lot on old Guitar Hero back in the day.
Yeah, we weren't allowed to have Guitar Hero growing up, Chase. It made us too feral, my parents said. I don't know what that means.
You were more of a rock band guy?
Yes, that is what I was more of, was a rock band guy. You got it.
I knew Tony Laporta loved the drums, as we have the HendrickCars.com Pace truck and the Richmar Flores van pulling into the infield, ready to go in winner's performance heat race number 4. Corey Day and Zeb Wise on the front row. Green flag. Good start for Corey Day. Jumps out with the early race lead. Zeb Wise looks underneath of him. Can't make the pass. Race for third. Give it to Cy Lynch down the back straightaway. Cy Lynch started back at 5th. He's now into the 3rd spot. So a good start in this one for Cy Lynch. Lynch, car number 42, now trying to zero in on the 26 of Zeb Wise. He's challenged on the inside by the 24 Rico Abreu. Abreu, last year's winner here at Grandview Speedway with High Limit Racing, to the inside slider. They get together off of turn number 4. Rico Abreu up to 3rd. Rico up to 3rd, right across the nose of Cy Lynch. Gave him a haircut right there off of turn number 4. Oh boy, Corey Day really testing out the edges there in turn number 4. Nearly clipped the wall coming down the front straightaway, car number 14. 5th spot for now is the 91 of Kyle Reinhardt. He holds on to the final transfer spot. Behind him, it's Dylan Norris, then Kerry Madsen and Brenham Crouch. Oh, and there goes Crouch. He throws a slider on Kerry Madsen. Crouch now up into the 7th position. Shuts the door on Kerry Madsen and pulls away a little bit down the back straightaway. Corey Day up front in this one. Last time by, ran a lap time of 12.741. Zeb Wise 12.716. Those two both run the high side. Most of the cars here in heat race number 4 have migrated up to the top of the racetrack on both ends of the speedway. Traffic will be a factor in this one as Corey Day closes on Mikey Thompson down the front straightaway. White flag, 1 to go for Day. Corey Day down the back straightaway will maybe have to deal with Thompson in the final set of corners as they come off of turn number 4. Corey Day will get the win in winner's performance heat race number 4. Zeb Wise 2nd, Rico Abreu 3rd, 4th Cy Lynch, and 5th to Kyle Reinhardt. The finishing results from heat race number 4. Going to the dash with the win is the 14 BC of Corey Day. 2nd, the 26 of Zeb Wise. 3rd, going to the dash, the 24 of Rico Abreu. 4th, the 42 of Cy Lynch. 5th, the 91 of Kyle Reinhardt. They will go to the feature. To the B main, the 17 of Dylan Norris, the 1 of Brenham Crouch, the 10B of Kerry Madsen, the 51 of Freddie Raymer, and the 11T of Mikey Thompson. Corey Day in his debut here tonight at the Grandview Speedway, looking like he's been here a million times before, able to grab the victory in this final heat race of the night. Cars make their way back to the trailers, and that is it for heat race action tonight with Kubota High Limit Racing here at the Levan Machine and Truck Equipment presents Richmar Flores High Limit Racing at Grandview Speedway. We'll take a quick break here on Flow and come back with more action from Grandview.
Hi, this is Sunshine Tyler Courtney, and you're watching High Limit Racing on Flow Racing.
Winning doesn't just happen. You have to engineer it. You have to test it and make it better than it was the last time. Our engineers have the passion to create the parts you need, the way you need them to be, again and again and again. We've led this game for over 40 years, and we design, refine, and perfect every valve train part worthy of the winner's circle.
Established in 1983, FK Rod Ends has been the industry leader for both midget and micro racing. Family owned and operated, we take pride in our products and our name because we know you value yours. Visit our website, www.fkrodends.com, to find out how you can join our winning team. FK Rod Ends. To beat the best, you've got to use the best.
Are you looking for the best made in the USA racing components? Look no further. DMI Racing Components and Bulldog Quick Change Rears are built tough, built to win, and built in the USA. DMI components are designed, developed, produced, and shipped by experienced winning racers in the heart of central Pennsylvania. From late nights in the shop to 2 a.m. car washes, we know what it takes to compete, and we know you deserve the best. We race, you race. Let's race together.
19 races down, 181 to go.
It ain't that many.
Yeah, it is. That's a lot.
Optimist, pessimist.
Limit Racing tonight. Levan Machine and Truck Equipment presenting the Richmar Flores High Limit Sprints tonight. We've got the Outlaw Racing Series Vintage Cars tonight presented by F&L Doors. This is the modified division feature. This is the way they will go to the post. Driving car number 4, sponsored by Lucky Dog Bar and Grill. That's Rich Baker. He's out of Quakertown, Pennsylvania. Alongside of him out of Fleetwood in the Maiden Creek Notary number 97, Gage Phillips. Second row on the inside. Driving out of Boyertown, the Weller Motorsports U1 is Kevin Kuzer. Alongside of him, the Old Town Cracker, Tyler Sports Service Center, number 007, that's Ryan Ford. Third row on the inside, driving out of Muhlenberg, Pennsylvania, the Bachman Roofing, number 12A, that's Junior Maikaj. Alongside of him, driving car number 12, he's out of Mertztown, sponsored by Champion Signs, Mike Stofflet. Fourth row on the inside out of Telford, the R10, that's Dominic Deglace. Alongside of Dominic, driving out of Honeybrook, the 5 is Ronnie Paulson. Final row out of Birdsboro, the 77S Scott Schaefer, and the 333 will be Bob Schmidt. We're underway, 12 laps the distance. Vintage modified feature race. Into the turn, Gage Phillips leading the way. He's being challenged now by Richie Baker in the 4. Baker leading the way. Gage Phillips, the youngster, racing with the vintage cars to the outside lane. Side-by-side battle off the corner. Kevin Kuzer in the U1, then the 12. Mike Stofflet next in line, heading down the back straightaway. Battling hard into the turn. Whoa, Baker getting out of shape, and Gage Phillips will lead the way. Here comes Kuzer next in line. Mike Stoffler right behind him in the 12. Mike, one of our regular Saturday night drivers in our sportsman division. Working out of the turn. Here comes your leader, Gage Phillips. Phillips leading Baker. Kuzer's next in line, followed by the 12 of Mike Stofflet behind him. Dominic Douglas in the R10. Douglas and the 007 of Ryan Ford. Ryan, a recent high school graduate in the 007. Just because they're vintage cars doesn't mean they're vintage drivers. However, the driver of the 333 is in his 80s. That is Bob Schmidt. He's an 80-plus-year-old out there in the 333. Here comes your leader halfway home, Gage Phillips. Now the 12 of Mike Stofflet moving to second spot, getting by Baker and getting by Kuzer. Mike Stofflet in the 12 car, now the second, but he's a half a straightaway behind our leader. Mike Stofflet in second, third is Richie Baker, fourth Kevin Kuzer, fifth now the R10 of Dominic Douglas. The 97 still leading the way. Comfortably now, Gage Phillips. Mike Stofflet going to track him down, try to track him down anyway. The vintage cars, the Outlaw Racing Series vintage cars, racing once a month on Fridays and once a month on Saturday nights with our stock car program. Sponsored by Doug Plastics, Oak Hill Farms, IBK Karaoke. Brought to us tonight by F&L Doors. F&L Doors, visit them on the web at fnldoors.com. Gage Phillips still out in front of the pack. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go for Gage Phillips in the 97. Mike Stofflet still running in the number 2 spot. Richie Baker 3, Kevin Kuzer 4. 5th spot is the R10 of Dominic Douglas and the 007 Ryan Ford. White flag, 1 lap to go. Gage Phillips has a pretty good lead on the rest of the field. Mike Stofflet's not going to catch him. Checkered flag will be waving this time off the turn. Your winning driver will be Gage Phillips. Phillips will take the win by a straightaway. Mike Stofflet will come home second. Baker, Kuzer, and Douglas will be the top 5. So your vintage modified feature, the winning driver of the 97 is Gage Phillips. Runner-up spot going to the 12 of Mike Stofflet. Third, the 4 Richie Baker. Fourth, the U1 Kevin Kuzer. Fifth, the R10 of Dominic Douglas. And fifth, the 007 of Ryan Ford. Thanks again, F&L Doors, sponsoring the Vintage Modifieds and Sportsman tonight. Open the door to a new level of convenience and style with F&L Doors. Our overhead garage doors redefine security and elegance for your home. Imagine seamless access with a touch of a button and design which complements your property. Ready for an upgrade? Call 800-344-DOOR. Visit them online at fnldoors.com.
So Jeff Allum's going to make his way downstairs to interview tonight's first winner for the Vintage Modifieds, as Tim Buckwalter in car number 20 gets a little bit of heat in the engine there on that machine. He'll be out later on in one of our B or C main events. Next up will be the Dash Redraw Wheel, sponsored by Honest Abe Roofing. As the pictures get taken down there in Victory Lane, Jeff is on his way there. And once we finish up with that, we'll get right into the Honest Abe Roofing Redraw Wheel. Honest Abe Roofing is the sponsor of the Redraw Wheel for all midweek Money Series events for the rest of the year in 2024. That Redraw Wheel, we'll explain it and how it works here in just a few minutes after our interview with tonight's winner in the Vintage Modified. Jeff, I see you down there. Take it away whenever you're ready, sir.
All right, thank you very much. F&L Doors Vintage Modified feature. Gage Phillips being congratulated now by the Thunder Girls in Grandview Speedway Victory Lane. Thanks again to our great sponsors tonight, Richmar Flores, presenting the Kubota High Limit 410 Sprint Cars, Levan Machine and Truck Equipment, Napa Auto Parts, our Thunder Series sponsor. Gage, congratulations, you got the lead right off the get-go, and no cautions, you had to hammer down all the way.
Yeah, just tried to run away with it. You know, it's all you can really do.
I guess the first couple of laps, you had a few challenges there, but after that, you were able to get the lead and stay out in front.
Yeah, there wasn't really much of a top side, so I just had to really stay on it to keep up with them, and once I could finally get in front, just come down, run the bottom, and yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
A little bit of lap traffic there at the end. Were you concerned about anybody catching you?
No, everyone held their line, so it wasn't an issue. You know, I could get around them. I didn't have to sit around and wait.
Good job. Enjoy this one.
Thank you.
All right, Gage Phillips wins the F&L Doors Vintage Modified feature. What? Okay, thank you. All right, he's signaling to the car owners. All right, next up will be the dash draw. We'll get ready for Tony.
Thank you very much there, Jeff. That redraw wheel coming up here in just a moment. How it will work, that wheel down there is the exact same thing as a roulette wheel that you see in a casino. However, that wheel is vertical and not horizontal like you would see at a casino. It's got all 36 numbers, 0 and 00, and each driver that is in the dash tonight will spin that wheel, and we will line up the dash based on the lowest number to the highest number spun. For more on that, let's go downstairs to Tony Laporta.
Thanks much, Chase. Sorry about that. Getting ready down here as Victory Lane clears up for the first vintage feature of the night. We've got our drivers making their way around to get ready for the redraw wheel spin. We want to talk about some great partners like Honest Abe Roofing bringing us the wheel this weekend. We also want to talk about another great partner, Driven to Save Lives. High Limit Racing is proud to partner with Driven to Save Lives, an Indiana donor network program. The Driven to Save Lives program aims to end the wait for the more than 100,000 people currently waiting for a life-saving organ transplant. Any donations made to Driven to Save Lives through High Limit Racing go directly to the Brian Clausen Legacy Fund. This fund within the Indiana Donor Network Foundation provides support to families as they say their final goodbyes to our donor heroes. You can help. Say yes to organ donation or learn more by visiting Driven, 2, SaveLives.org. Again, that's Driven, 2, SaveLives.org. Big thanks to Driven to Save Lives for being a proud part of Kubota High Limit Racing. And Honest Abe Roofing, we talked about already, Chase. They have come on big time here in 2024 to be a very proud partner. And one of the ways that Kevin Newton has decided to support sprint car racing here in the U.S. is by sponsoring our roulette redraw wheel. So for the rest of the Midweek Money Series in 2024, Honest Abe Roofing brings us the redraw roulette wheel. So massive thank you to Kevin Newton. Massive thank you to Honest Abe Roofing. If I owned any property and I needed a roof on it, I would be calling Kevin Newton and Honest Abe. So, Kevin, thanks a bunch. And like we said, the rest of the 2024 Midweek Money Series, this wheel will be sponsored by Honest Abe Roofing. With that, let's get into our redraw wheel here. We are excited to get going and find out where these 8 drivers are going to start tonight's FK Rod Ends Dash. Let's get things going with Brent Marks in that number 19 out of Myerstown, Pennsylvania. Brent Marks, home state driver. Brent, come on over here. Take a step next to the wheel for me. All right, you know how this works, so I'm not going to waste time explaining it to you. What I am going to talk to you about is tonight's Butler-built Professional Seat Systems hot seat question. Some of the guys back there were trying to get me to tell it to them early. I'm not going to do that, okay? It's a surprise for everybody. Jeff Scholl from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, wants to know which pedal in your high-limit sprint car is most important, the one on the left or the one on the right?
Well, definitely the one on the right, especially when, you know, the track gets slick. You got to really know how to work the throttle. But there's a lot of the time that both pedals are very important. So tonight's going to be one of those nights, I think.
All right, well, that is good to know and exciting to learn about which pedal is most important. Brent is our first driver to spin here tonight, and he is going to spin. I'm coming from a totally different side. That's the number 5. That's pretty good. Number 5 for Brent Marks. Tyler Courtney out of Indianapolis, Indiana comes to us next. He's your new championship point leader with Kubota High Limit Racing. Tyler, you got to walk around some of our young quarter midget drivers here earlier today. Maybe they would like to know, just like Jeff Scholl from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania wants to know, which pedal is the most important inside your sprint car, the one on the left or the one on the right?
I think the one on the right for sure, especially when it gets slick like this. Yeah, you're moving it a lot more than what it probably sounds like in the stands. So, yeah, I think the right one for sure.
All right, give that wheel a spin for me. We are going for the number 5 here. If we can get any lower than that, 4, 3, 2, 1, or a 0, that'll help them out. Hey, the 7 BC driver spins a 7. Not bad. That's second right now for Tyler Courtney, Sunshine. So a 5 for Brent Marks, a 7 for Tyler Courtney. Reese Nowatarski, come on down. Reese picked up the victory in DMI Heat Race number 2. Reese, thanks for joining us here tonight. So, which pedal in your sprint car is the most important, the one on the left or the one on the right?
I mean, I'd have to go with the right pedal. It's obviously got to be on the gas as hard as you can here, but it's going to slow down here in a little bit. So both pedals come in pretty important here in the feature. So we'll see how it goes.
All right, Reese Nowatarski picked up the heat race victory. He's going to give the wheel a spin here. This is Reese's first dash with us here at High Limit Racing, a 5 and a 7. Let's see what Reese lands on. How about a 2? That is pretty good. That's going to be tough to beat. A 5 for Brent Marks, a 7 for Tyler Courtney, and a 2 for Reese Nowatarski. Corey Day picked up the first 2 midweek Money Series victories of 2024. Corey is here to spin with us now. Corey, thank you very much. All right, so we got to know which pedal is the most important inside that sprint car of yours, the one on the left or the one on the right?
The one on the right, man. The left one's just for stopping. You don't touch that thing.
Yeah, that's boring. Who wants to stop? Give that wheel a spin for me right here. All right, we got a little bit of help with the spin. Give that thing a rip. All right, she spun it harder than you probably could have.
Probably so. My luck's been bad with them, so.
Oh, it's a 30. Yeah, your luck continues to stay bad. Sorry about that. That's a 30. I think she's been fired, unfortunately. We'll have to see. Brad Sweet is up next. Brad Sweet. Got a couple of victories to his credit here in 2024. All right. Are you going to throw anyone for a loop here and answer with the left? Which pedal's the most important?
Oh, no. I think it's definitely they're both equally as important if they're both working, but you can't win a race without a throttle pedal. So you can win a race without a brake pedal. You can't win without a throttle pedal. So it's definitely more important.
Yeah, but you can't stop to talk to me if you don't have a brake pedal. Brad, what are you trying to say right now? A number 2 for Reese Nowatarski. That's the hot number right now. Brad's luck is going to be a 25. That's not very good. Right there next to a 30 with Corey Day. Justin Peck from Monrovia, Indiana. I learned exactly where Monrovia is today. It's right by the airport, and I've flown out of there before. All right, which pedal is most important? The one on the left, the one on the right, or maybe is there a middle pedal nobody's talked about yet?
I'm more of like a stomp and steer guy, so I'm going to say the right pedal, but once I figured out how to use the brake pedal in a sprint car, I started to get a little bit better and started to win a couple races, so I'm going to say the brake pedal.
All right, right pedal. We're getting a pretty unanimous decision here for the right pedal, and Justin Peck wants to use his right pedal to go to the front here tonight. A 36, that is the highest number we have seen spun so far. 2 drivers left to go. Tyler Ross locked in through his heat race by finishing in the 2nd position. Tyler's going to make his way over here to the side of the Autostabe Roofing redraw wheel. All right, so our Butler Built Professional Seat Systems hot seat question of the night, because it's your first time in our redraw wheel scenario with us, comes from a fan, and that fan is Jeff Scholl. He wants to know which pedal is the most important in your race car.
Oh, man. I mean, it depends on the night, but with these guys and this track, it's the throttle pedal.
All right, the throttle pedal. That's the one on the right, right? Okay, that's the one on the right. Give that thing a spin for me. Lowest number right now is Reese Nowatarski with a number 2. That's a healthy spin right there for Tyler Ross. What's it going to land on? A 20. That is 4th for Tyler Ross. Our last driver to spin comes to us from California. It's Rico Abreu. Now, Rico, Man, you get cheers everywhere you go. Which pedal in your race car is the most important? The one on the left or the one on the right?
I like the gas pedal, so they can figure that one out.
Yeah, the one on the right seems to be one you like to get on. Give that wheel a rip for me right here. What's that?
Which way's backwards?
All right, we're going to go here, see what... Man, that's a rip. This wheel's going to get broken when you're done with it.
Yeah, we're thank you guys for coming out tonight. This is amazing track, amazing facility. We all enjoy being here.
22, that is good enough for 5th for Rico Abreu. And the good news is we had no ties. Nobody spun the exact same number. Brian Walker will be in here in a moment to help me with it. Rios Nowatarski and Brent Marks are row 1. Courtney and Ross will make up row number 2. Abreu and Sweet in row 3. And Corey Day and Justin Peck will round out your 4-row, 8-car field for tonight's FK Rod Ends Dash. Honest Abe Roofing brings us the redraw wheel for tonight and every night for the rest of the midweek Money Series. Chase, back up to you.
Thank you very much, Tony. As that dash will be coming up here in just a few moments. And for now, we're going to take a break on FloRacing. When we come back, cars will be back on the racetrack here at Grandview Speedway.
Shop the year's biggest selection of Kubota equipment and get 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,300 off select compact tractors. Find your nearest dealer at KubotaOrangeDays.com.
Because Brian saved 5 lives and started a movement. Because Lester is a hero as a veteran and an organ donor.
Because Allie's legacy lives on. Because I know how quickly it can be taken away.
I'm driven.
I am driven to save lives. I'm driven to save lives. Are you?
More than 4 million Hoosiers have teamed up with Indiana Donor Network to save lives. Sign up to become an organ donor at driven2savelives.org.
For the Levant Machine and Truck Equipment, presenting the Richmar Flores High Limit Kubota Sprint Car Series event here tonight. The vintage sportsman drivers are out on the speedway. This is the way they will be lining up for this 12-lap feature before we get to the dash tonight. Pole position will be the 88X out of Virginville, Pennsylvania. That will be Sven Olsen. Outside front row, driving the 17 out of Slatington, that's J.R. Roth. Second row, inside. He is in the Dove Plastic of Bechtelsville Fire Company, Schaefer Motorsports 69X. That's the awesome Bill from Sassamanville, Bill Gerhardt. Alongside of him, driving out of Morgantown, driving in the number 923 Torrey Hall, third row inside, driving out of Mooresville, the Oak Hill Farms 88X, Dave Dissinger alongside out of Leesport, driving the 76R, Kurt Nyman, fourth row, driving in the 45, Steve Hahn out of Lehighton alongside of him, the 10Z, Jake Foster out of Ole, the Route 10 Auto Sales race car. Then we've got the number 1, Leon Gogler out of Blandon, sponsored by JC Cutting Horses. the Carsonia Car Care number 36, Tom Orth out of Reading, and out of Telford, the number 2, Matt Smith. "12-lap feature underway for the Outlaw Racing Series vintage cars. Down the back, brought to us by FNL Doors into the turn. 3-car battle now for the lead. Hey, they're going to go 3 wide off the corner. Look at this. Look out. Little contact there. That's what those rub rails are for in stock car racing. Out of the turn, the 88X of Sven Olsen driving down the back straightaway. 17 of J.R. Roth next in line, then the 10Z of Jake Foster. Jake up from the 8th starting spot, now in 3rd. Awesome Bill Gerhardt, the 69X in the 4th spot, now heading down the back straightaway. That 69X is exactly the way the cars looked here back in the late 60s and early 70s. Some of these other cars, the way they looked in the 1980s and the 70s. Out front, top 3 under a blanket now. Emblematic of Saturday night action here at Grandview for the stock cars down the back straightaway into the turn. Sven Olsen leading the way, but he's under pressure off the corner. 17 of J.R. Roth into the turn. Closing quickly now is the 12 down the back straightaway of Junior Maikaj. Soon we're going to have a 4-car battle into the turn. Watch him race off the corner. Scott Schaefer in the 77 makes the move on the 69X of Bill Gerhardt. He'll grab 4th. And meanwhile, Junior putting the 12A now into contention here into the corner. Junior Maikaj, who used to race here on a weekly basis back in the 80s and 90s in the 12A, moving through the field now, moving by the 10 of Jake Foster. Lap traffic on the horizon. Working off the turn. Here comes Sven Olsen down the straightaway into the turn. Sven continuing to lead the way. Working on the backstretch. Sven Olsen in the 88 leading the way. J.R. Roth second. Here comes Junior on the outside. Junior Maikaj now up the 2nd spot. Working in the late stages of this one. Lap traffic coming into play now. The top 5 cars all together down the back straightaway. Olsen leading the way, but Junior working on the outside lane off the turn. 2 to go. Lap traffic will protect the lead for Olsen into the turn. Olsen's got the lead, but Junior's right there with him down the back straightaway. Wheel-to-wheel combat into the turn. We'll get the white flag. 1 to go. We've got a new leader. Junior Maikaj will grab the lead. Sven Olsen. Roth still running in 3rd spot, followed by Foster and Scott Schaefer. Final circuit. Working into the turn. Checkered flag will wave. It will be Junior Maikaj, followed by Olsen, Roth, and Schaefer will beat the 10 of Foster to the wire. The vintage cars doing a fine job here tonight. The Outlaw Racing Series vintage cars grabbing the Sportsman win, the 12A of Junior Maikaj. Runner-up, the 88X. That will be Sven Olsen coming home 3rd. The 17 J.R. Roth 4th. The 77S Scott Schaefer in 5th. The 10Z Jake Foster. We'll go down and have a word with our winner. Congratulations again to... Well, looks like we've got the different winner. Sven Olsen is coming to the win circle.
All right, Jeff Allam's going to make his way down. Your winner celebrating in victory lane in the vintage modifieds here at Grandview Speedway. Thunder on the hill. Give Jeff just a few moments to make his way down there before we get ready for tonight's C-Main with Kubota Highlander Racing. That C-Main tonight will go 8 laps in distance. The top 2 will transfer to the B main event. There should be a schedule of 10 cars for this C main. We will probably have a scratch or 2. We'll inform you on that when the time comes. I see Jeff making his way across the front straightaway right now. Jeff, down to you.
All right, thank you very much. All right. The 12A was modified. He was supposed to be in the last race, so in-class winner, Sven Olsen. Sven, congratulations. You led most of the way there. How'd it feel out there tonight?
Felt incredible. I had to learn to keep it under control a little bit, but I feel like I learned some, and I'm so happy to be here. I got to thank Dave for letting me drive his car, and just everything.
Tell us about the race there. Those guys were putting a lot of pressure on you almost the entire way.
I had some pressure. I felt it getting bumped around a little bit. You know, they say rubbing's racing sometimes. I don't know, but
that's for sure. And then in the late stages, you had some lap traffic coming up, so you really had to pick your way around the track.
It got a little scary there for a bit. I saw some contenders coming to get me, but
good run.
Absolutely, I had a great time.
All right, Sven Olsen, he's your winner of the Outlaw Racing Vintage Sportsman feature, presented by FNL Doors here tonight. The vintage cars joining in with tonight's Kubota High Limit Racing Series Richmar Flores Kubota High Limit Racing event, presented by Levan Machine and Truck, and all part of our Napa Auto Parts Thunder on the Hill Racing event. Thanks again to all 3 of them for being huge supporters of tonight's racing program. Richmar Flores, Levan Machine and Truck, and Napa. There's your winning driver, Sven Olsen, wrapping up the vintage portion of tonight's program. Thanks to the vintage drivers. Did a great job. Both features going green to checkered. We're going to turn it back up to Chase Rodman.
Thank you very much, Jeff. Last call for 50/50 tickets right now. Last call for 50/50 tickets right now. Race fans, are you driven to save lives? Chances are there is someone in your community right now who needs a life-saving organ transplant, maybe even someone here tonight. You can help. Say yes to organ donation today at driventosavelives.org. That's driven, the number 2, savelives.org. You have the power to save lives. Let's get into the C main event here tonight with Kubota High Limit Racing. 8 laps. The top 2 will transfer on to the B main. On the pole, it's the driver to Birdsboro, Pennsylvania, the Bollinger Septic Service, Livingstone Lawn Care, Smith Titanium number 19A. It's Aaron Bollinger. And outside of him, from Sunshine Coast, Queensland, Australia, the Nutrien Homes, Napa Auto Parts of Gettysburg, Silk Plumbing, Edge Web Design number 66. It's Ryan Newton. Row number 2 on the inside, it is the driver to Mertztown, Pennsylvania, the Vital Options Medical Marijuana, Harrisburg Budget Long-Term Rentals, Ryan Taylor Graphics, CP Carrilla number 20, Ryan Taylor. And outside of him, from Salfordville, Pennsylvania, Trans-East Equipment, Pioneer Pole Buildings, Ken's Tire number 51 of Freddie Raymer. Row 3 on the inside, from Hanover, Pennsylvania, it's the Your Hometown Agents, Next Level Signs and Graphics, Diversified Cuts, Capital Renegade, Wolf Plumbing number 67, JJ Loss. And outside of Loss, from Terre Haute, Indiana, it's the Honest Abe Roofing Metal Supply Depot, number 16, TH of Kevin Newton. Row 4 on the inside, from Harding, Pennsylvania, the Mechanical Service Company, White Bread Racing Enterprises, Valley Chevrolet, Slate Shocks, Prebuilt Industries, number 79, Jordan Thomas. And outside of him, from Newtown, Pennsylvania, the Thompson Motor Service, IGA Middleburg, Pat Pletcher, CPA, Fire and Safety Services, 410 Enterprises, number 11T, Mikey Thompson. Final row for the C main on the inside of row number 5. From Melton, Victoria, Australia, that's the Super F Series Spares, Mark's Gone, Wales Auto, JG Braiding, HVAC, Jackson Wrap, Slade Shocks, number V60 of Jordan Charge. And your final starter in this one, from Douglasville, Pennsylvania, the Radata Trucking and Excavating, the Bagel Rack, TSL Shocks, number 20, it's Tim Buckwalter. So 10 cars ready to go for 8 laps. The top 2 transferring to the tail end of tonight's B main event with Kubota High Limit Racing here at the Grandview Speedway for the Levan Machine and Truck Equipment presents Rich Mar Flores High Limit Racing event here in Bechtelsville, Pennsylvania. Want to mention this as well. Pioneer Pole Buildings will be putting up an extra $2,000 tonight to a driver that is from Central Pennsylvania if they can get the win in the feature event. So tonight's feature pays $20,000 to win, but if a driver from Central PA can get the win, they will walk away with $22,000 courtesy of Pioneer Pole Buildings, which is a sponsor of a driver in this race, the 51 of Freddie Raymer. And there is Kevin Newton. The repairs have been made to the Honest Abe Roofing number 16 TH, a new top wing on that car. So good to see Kevin Newton make it back out there. And speaking of Kevin Newton, we have time once again to listen into one of his songs from his High Roller playlist. That's Act a Fool by Ludacris. Hopefully nobody's acting a fool here in this C main event. Looks like we do have 2 cars not able to make the call, so we'll go with 8 cars for the top 2 positions. 8 laps is the distance. Bollinger and Newton from the front row. Looks like Ryan Taylor is one of the scratches here in this one as we head to the green flag. The other one is Jordan Charge. We are underway. C-Main is green. Bollinger jumps out with the early race lead. Freddie Raymer runs in second. Those are the top 2 in the transfers for now. 3 wide back in the field. Jordan Thomas nearly gets pinched into the wall as he went 3 wide with Tim Buckwalter and Kevin Newton into the 19A car. Freddie Raymer this time by 3 laps complete and 5 to go for car number 51. Bollinger runs the top, but he's not all the way on the top, and it looks like Ryan Newton is definitely keeping the pace of that car as they roll back into turns 3 and 4. Newton way up higher on the racetrack, and he gets speed on there, and he's going to make up ground on the 19 car of Bollinger. Looks to the inside, and Ryan Newton's got that second spot off at turn number 2. Ryan Newton now up to second, the last transfer spot. Aaron Bollinger now slips to third. Got to try and gather it back in and catch back up, but he's losing ground, losing time. Down the front straightaway, Ryan Newton is moving away. There's a good race going on for 4. Timmy Buckwalter and Jordan Thomas going at it as they work down the back straightaway. Jordan Thomas on the back bumper of Buckwalter. He goes a little bit up there with the Cabbage Patch Kids in 3 and 4. Turns it down the hill. Cannot get a run on the 20 car of Tim Buckwalter. Now runs the bottom nice. Jordan Thomas up to 4th. Nice corner there from Jordan Thomas, but Tim Buckwalter works back to his inside as the white flag is out for your race leader, Freddie Raymer. Jordan Thomas has that 4th spot well in hand as they come to the checker, this time by your race winner, the number 51 of Freddie Raymer in the C-Main. He will transfer along with the 66 of Ryan Newton. 3rd will go to Aaron Bollinger, 4th to Jordan Thomas, and 5th will go to Tim Buckwalter. So your winner in the C-Main transferring on to the B, the 51 of Freddie Raymer. Also going to the B-Main, the 66 of Ryan Newton. The rest of these drivers, their night has come to an end. Aaron Bollinger, Jordan Thomas, Tim Buckwalter, J.J. Loss, Mikey Thompson, and Kevin Newton rounds out the 8-car field here in the C-Main event.
Chase, as he pulls off the track right now, that number 11 of Mikey Thompson did make up a few positions after starting in the back, but he's not going to be racing later on tonight. Really unique story on that car. It's a family car. It's a family paint scheme. Mikey's a 3rd-generation racer. His dad, Len, raced. When you ask Len, he says he sucked, but he won a few races. And then actually his grandfather, Mikey's grandfather and grandmother, Bruce and Bev Thompson, both drove a race car, a 410 wing sprint car with that paint scheme on. Tough to not have the results they wanted tonight, but that's a really historic car to the Thompson family.
Yeah, Mikey Thompson in his rookie year is a 410 sprint car driver. We'll see if we'll hopefully get to see him a little bit later on this year, more with Kubota High Limit Racing. It is time for the FK Rod-Ins Dash. It'll be 7 laps. The finish of this race will determine the starting lineup for the first 4 rows of tonight's feature event. FK Rod-Ins brings over 35 years of experience to the industrial, performance racing, and off-road markets. Established in 1983, FK Rod-Ins has grown to become the preferred source for motion control products to nearly every industry. To learn more, visit us on social media or find us online at fkrodins.com. Here's the lineup on the pole. The driver out of Leesport, Pennsylvania. It's the Specialty Rigging, Red Robin, Mid-Atlantic Machinery, Worms Hardscaping, number 10X of Reese Nowatarski. And outside of him from Myerstown, Pennsylvania, the M&M Painting and Construction, BiggerBid.com, Babs Paint, Livewire Customs, number 19 of Brent Marks. Row 2 on the inside, the current points leader with Kubota High Limit Racing. And out of Indianapolis, Indiana, the NOS Energy Drink, Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, Spire Motorsports number 7 BC of Tyler Courtney. And outside of him, it's an all Tyler Row number 2 from Lincoln University, Pennsylvania. It's the Bush Auto Group, Fast Track Trucking, Lombardo Recycling, Betts Garage, State Line Truck Center number 5 R of Tyler Ross. Row 3 on the inside from St. Helena, California. The Rico Abreu, Kerbagajanian Racing, El Bandito, Yankee Tequila, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Rich Bar Flores, Lucas Oil Products number 24, Rico Abreu. And outside of him from Grass Valley, California, the Casey Kane Racer, Mike Curb, Napa Auto Parts, Brumo's Collection, Maximum Racehorse number 49, the Big Cat Brad Sweet. Row 4 on the inside from Clovis, California, the Driven to Save Lives, Sander Engineering, Four Seas Construction, Autry Plumbing, SynCal number 14 BC, Corey Day. And your final starter in this one from Monrovia, Indiana, the Avanti Windows and Doors, Big Spring Car Wash, Water Treatment by Design, Genmore Florist number 13, Justin Peck. 8 cars, 7 laps. The finish determines the first 4 rows of tonight's feature event. And we get to tune in again to another song from Kevin Newton's High Roller playlist.
Friends are coming over tonight.
All my rowdy friends are coming over tonight from Hank Williams Jr. on Kevin Newton's High Roller playlist. Here we go. Reese Nowatarski and Brent Marks from the front row in the FK Rod-Ins Dash. 7 laps. Green flag. Even start up front, but it looks like Brent Marks will nose ahead with the race lead into turn number 1. Nowatarski tries to run the bottom, pulls up alongside of him, but momentum belongs to the 19 of Brent Marks. Race is on for second. Tyler Ross trying to work to the outside of Nowatarski. Nowatarski gets good bite off the bottom of turn number 4, but as I say that, Ross drives around on the outside. Tyler Ross up into second. Now Nowatarski back to second. Tries to throw a slider, comes up short, and Ross gets back around on the outside. Tyler Courtney now underneath of Nowatarski, underneath of Tyler Ross. Tyler Courtney's got third, and now look at it, second down the front straightaway. Tyler Courtney trying to get by for the second spot. Tyler Ross around the outside. They are side by side down the back straightaway. Give the spot to Tyler Ross for now. This time by 4 laps to go for Brent Marks. Race is still on for second. Brad Sweet also making his way forward in car number 49. Sweet's up into 5th. Brad Sweet started 6th, got by Rico Abreu, and now trying to find a way by or catch up to the 10X of Reese Nowatarski. Nowatarski not done yet with that 3rd spot as Tyler Courtney's feeling a little heat from him. Nowatarski goes to the bottom. Tyler Courtney on the top, gets a little bit bundled up right there on the cushion, and Nowatarski nearly got by him. Brent Marks, 2 laps to go. In car number 19, he's got a full straightaway lead over Tyler Ross. Brad Sweet throws a slider on Reese Nowatarski. Move Brad Sweet now up to the 4th spot. Here comes Rico Abreu. Abreu off the bottom. He's into the top 5 now. Rico gets by Reese Nowatarski. White flag for Brent Marks. Cars all over the racetrack here at Grandview Speedway. Tyler Ross still in second. Tyler Courtney in third. Brad Sweet fourth, and Rico Abreu in fifth. The checkered is out, and he is almost a half a track ahead in this dash. Brent Marks gets the win. Second at the line will go to Tyler Ross. Third to Tyler Courtney. Fourth to Brad Sweet. And fifth goes to Rico Abreu. Brent Marks wins the dash by 5.7 seconds in car number 19. Tyler